Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Great news! You're getting a Gabe store. Do you know about Gabe's? They offer the biggest brands for up to 70% off department store prices. You'll get huge savings on apparel and footwear for the whole family, plus picks for your home from their private label brand Old Time Pottery. Shop deals on personal care, everyday essentials, and pantry items too. Join the grand opening on February 8th at 1300 West International Speedway Boulevard in Daytona. Doors open at 9 a.m. Gabe's, find your deal.
Wawa Rewards members can enjoy $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Stream on your free iHeartRadio app today.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH, C-A-S-H, CASH. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Friday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a big old program for you this afternoon. We'll get you caught up on what's happening in the world. Deb will do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 3:45, it's Sink or Sail. We'll try to sniff out some yacht rock. Also, I've got a great cigar to turn you on to for Embers only. 4 o'clock, it's Primetime Kitchen with our buddy Fayez Carr from the Orlando Weekly. Find out what's good to eat in Orlando, and we're going to drag that fool somewhere. And we are going to abuse him badly.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe sexually today. I don't know.
Whoa.
5 o'clock hours trivia. We do have, it's not trivia. It's Pick the Porn Fridays.
Oh.
For a 4-pack of tickets and passes to the Monster Jam. Plus, we'll end it up, you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Plus, 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000. Welcome to the show. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw. 407-916-1041.
Oh.
Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social, Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show, X at Jim Colbert Show, all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. Your 3 o'clock keyword is cash. C-A-S-H. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000, guys. Cash is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win for sure. By the way, if you want to live a talkback, you can do that as well. Just get the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that microphone you see right there on the screen to send your comment to Jack, and we'll get you on the air. If it's good.
I am most likely in just a minute or two going to be telling Jack to hold my beer.
Oh, yeah?
It's a pretty weak belch.
Well, I got to tell you, you let one...
Mine was organic.
Yeah, but hers earlier, moved the door to the studio. I mean, it did. I mean, she let one rip a minute ago, and it was vile. I'm going to be honest with you. It was not good.
Why is Deborah burping?
Because I gave her...
So full. So full.
From lunch?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what happened, Jack. So we got lunch from Elixir. Awesome. Love those guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David.
Tell you more about that in a few minutes. But if you'll remember earlier in the week, we got onto a discussion regarding...
Deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs. Do you remember that?
You were supposed to bring deviled eggs in today.
And guess what I did? I brought in deviled eggs today.
You haven't had any yet.
Oh, yeah. No. I haven't bequeathed him a deviled egg yet. He's been running around like a maniac all morning or all afternoon.
Poor Jack.
And so I brought in some deviled eggs. I surprised Deb because I knew everyone forgot about it. And actually, I did too until this morning late. And I realized I had a dozen left.
Well,
eggs.
I peered around the corner because I wasn't sure if it was going to be soup, which you had bragged about last night.
Yeah, soup was good.
And then to be honest, I forgot about the deviled eggs.
So I came in, I brought 5 deviled eggs. So that's 4 halves, with the filling and everything. And I sprinkled my favorite topping, which is smoked paprika and chili powder.
Yeah.
Nice.
On top.
Yeah.
And then I handed her 5 deviled eggs.
All of them?
Not all of them, Jack. There's more in the fridge.
He said he brought in 5.
He brought in
deviled eggs.
5, but you weren't here.
And Deb
She ate all the deviled eggs?
Deb put one on each finger and then ate every damn one of them. I mean, literally, I looked over and she goes, I'm going to pay for this. And she eats the last deviled egg. I go, nay, I am going to pay for this because deviled eggs, and it is not good. Deviled eggs smell like a Red Lobster dumpster when you poop.
Oh, no.
Wait. So I don't get any. But Deb eats them all.
Oh, yeah. No,
and you're
they're
trapped in with there.
We still got some.
It's almost karma.
Yeah.
You didn't save any for me.
I did save you some.
And you have to deal with the repercussions of that decision.
I promise what I'll do is Deb and I will run out of here during one of the breaks.
No, you will.
And then I want you to film me. And then I will make Jack 5 deviled eggs. Now, the thing is, you don't like the toppings, right? You don't want the...
No. I'm
he
fine
likes
with
the
that.
paprika.
Okay,
he just doesn't like the smoked paprika.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you got to have the smoked paprika.
I'm good.
You got to have the smoked
Yeah,
paprika.
absolutely. I'm good.
This
I'm
is
good.
the brew I've got working for Mr. Colbert this afternoon, okay? All right, you ready for this countdown?
Yeah.
All right.
This is right now tumbling in her stomach like a dryer of stank.
So,
This right now is churning.
dryer of stank is the front runner for show title.
Yeah, it is.
A churning
Cauldron
of
yum yums, lots of yum yums. Just for right now, they're yum yums. Later on,
So we started off with 5 deviled eggs,
5 deviled eggs,
and then moved on to shrimp tacos.
That's right, with pickled jalapeno and pickled red onion.
Then,
my goodness.
then a garlic chicken wing, a garlic parm chicken wing,
And then we had some more spicy loaded tots in there.
and then spicy loaded tots,
And then to bring it all together, a cherry Coke.
a cherry Coke. God.
So the deviled eggs not be on the new menu for 2025 at Elixir, but everything else is.
Yeah.
Everything else is, and it's delicious.
It's going to smell like a Turkish prison in here in about an hour. I can feel it already.
You.
My God.
You should hear the cauldron bubbling.
I can feel it. Trust me, I can hear it, Deborah. I can hear it. You think I'm joking? I can literally, your stomach wakes my nap up at the...
I don't understand the process here with the deviled eggs. So walk me through this, because this is how I imagine it. This is how I imagine it. My wife says, the deviled eggs are ready for you to bring to work, dear. And then I bring them, and then you guys eat them. Are you making them here?
No, I made them at the house.
Okay.
And I put them in the fridge. So they firmed up because the filling was a little loose, but it firmed right up. Everything's fine.
Don't say a little loose.
And then I put them in a paper plate and covered them on another paper plate. And then during the break, I'm going to go and make you a few, and I'll sprinkle them with my magic, and then you'll like them.
Oh, so that's what you're adding the
secret ingredient. You want to know?
Smoked paprika.
No.
Yeah, no. Inside, couple tablespoons of pickle juice.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Yeah, a couple tablespoons. And here's the thing: if you like them sweet, you can still use like gherkin juice. Man, that sounds terrible. That's like pick the porn.
Did you say?
Yeah. I will see you guys tomorrow.
One last request.
Yeah.
Could I maybe wait until like 4:30 when
can.
I'm ready? Because
They're
I'm
in the
still full
fridge.
from Elixir.
Yeah, look, can I tell you? I'll have a couple with you a little bit later.
Cool.
Yeah, you want to take them out of the fridge and let them warm up a little bit. I should have, but I ate them before they could get to be room temperature.
All right, 407-916-1041. By the way, your 3 o'clock keyword is cash, 77031. That's how you contact us. What are you laughing at now?
Nothing.
Are you just the... I know what it is. I know what it is. She's just waiting for it to come. She knows it's coming.
No,
It's like waiting in the principal's office for that ass whipping you have coming to you.
Time out. When you eat something that's going to be gassy and have to be expelled, that's hours,
No,
right?
dude.
Yes.
No, it's not.
It's
not. Eggs will get to you in no time. She is going to be ripping ass by 5:30.
I'll be downstairs.
Well, hopefully.
you don't know when it's going to hit.
You don't,
but
buddy.
It's not immediate. It takes time.
All right, well, stop scaring me.
All right. I have a question
Or
for you
Jimmy. That's who should be
guys.
scared.
Stop. I have a question. By the way, I saw something today I haven't seen. It's just recent. I was doing some research for the show, and I was reading a story.
Yeah, is that your excuse?
No, stop. And as I get to the bottom of the story just stops, and it says, this information is no longer available for this region. Like in the middle of a story, it
Porn
said
in Florida
had a little box down there, and it said this information is no longer available in this region. I've never seen that.
I have never heard of that.
Yeah, it was today on Yahoo.com. I was reading a story, and it was about Pete Hegseth. It was something to do with the Defense Department. And when I get to the bottom of it, the story just stops, and it just has this box, multiple boxes, and it says this content this content is not available for this region anymore. You guys ever seen that?
Nope. Never.
Yeah, I haven't either. It was kind of wild.
Well, that's concerning.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing.
Making my tummy upset.
I don't stop. I don't know how impactful it was for the story. The story was kind of a nothing story, but I just kind of found it odd that that showed up. I've never seen it.
Well, I mean, it may be a nothing story, but that's concerning in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because what does region have to do with anything,
that's
right?
the thing is I don't get that. I'm like, well, I don't, it's not like, our province doesn't get the news
Right, exactly.
about the Defense Department.
You're not reading classified documents.
A couple other things today as well. Let me ask you guys something. Now, so there was a story out of Australia where these guys went into somebody's yard. Did you see the story, Deb?
No.
They went into a guy's yard and they pulled out a bunch of snakes. Did you see that story?
Yeah.
Did you see how many snakes?
I did.
There's like 110 snakes or something.
Red-bellied, venomous snakes.
Yeah, I don't know if you know anything about Australia. Everything there will kill you.
Yes.
The rocks are poisonous. Everything is poisonous in Australia. Here's my question. So we've heard, here recently, specifically in this state, about people who have, pets that are exotic and can be damaging, whether it be a large cat, whether it be venomous snakes or whatever. Do you think that, and I don't know if there is I don't think there is an ordinance like this in Florida or anywhere for that matter. Do you believe that if you harbor poisonous snakes or venomous animals or poisonous or dangerous animals, that you should have to inform your neighbors of that?
Absolutely. Well, if you have to be permitted.
Yeah, no, but that doesn't mean anything. Permitted means that means that you can own them. You've gone through all the processes it takes to own that, but your neighbors don't know. Like theoretically, Jack could be living in a neighborhood right now, and his neighbor in front of him, behind him, or beside him could have 10 king cobras in his house, and Jack would not know that. Same thing for you.
Right, and I don't think they have to alert their neighbors.
That's my point is, should you have to?
I would think so, because if one of them escapes and ends up doing damage to your neighbor, I mean, would you be held liable?
Well, the reason I ask is this. I mean, you obviously we can all own guns in this state. I don't have to go to my next door neighbor and go, oh, by the way, I got a bunch of loaded guns in my house,
Right.
And theoretically, you could put that on a parallel of the same thing, but with animals, you don't have power over that. Like if the cobra,
the gun's not going to sneak out by itself.
Exactly, but we know this happened, right? Because wasn't there a herpetarium here, a serpentarium or herpetarium, where they lost a number of these very exotic, very deadly snakes?
If you remember, this was years and years and years ago. You had a family that kept a large snake that ended up, getting out of its enclosure and killing a child. So
I wonder if that's ever even been proposed. And I thought about that day when I saw this photograph, and they literally brought a zoo-level amount of snakes out of this one guy's yard. I just thought, wow, man, if you're in the U.S., and I know here in Florida, we have exotic animals all the time because the climate's good for them on top of, everything else, that you could own a covey of deadly animals and live right next to me, and I would not have any idea.
Not cool, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Is that would you consider that some kind of violation of your privacy if with getting a permit of owning animals of that nature, you had to inform your neighbors, oh, by the way, hi, I'm your neighbor, and I do keep I keep venomous snakes, or I have a tiger or whatever? I mean,
yeah.
Is that an invasion of your privacy?
Well, it's not an invasion of privacy, but it's, I don't know. I feel like I would definitely want to know if that's what's lurking on the other side of that fence.
I would too. I mean, here's the thing. You don't really think about it. Kids are kids. Let's say my Frisbee goes into the kid's yard, into the other yard. Kid jumps the fence to get the Frisbee or the soccer ball or football or whatever. And encounter something they're not supposed to. If there was a warning sign, now we do that with dogs,
right?
But it's not even mandatory. Like if I have a dog in my yard, I don't have to put up a sign that says "Beware of dog." I just do that to try to avoid any litigation or any issues. But they don't have like "Beware of deadly snakes."
Yeah,
there's none of that, and there's no, from what I understand, there's no ordinance that basically allows or makes people or asks people, along with your permitting to get your deadly snake that you want to keep, you also have to tell your neighbors that you have them on property. Anyway, I just thought it was an interesting question.
It is, absolutely.
Well, I don't know, and I'm not a snake guy, and I think those people are unique, to say the least. I mean, I don't have any problem with them, but and most of them are pretty damn responsible. But I think that information would be kind of cool to have. Do you think that opens them up for, like, do you think that makes you a target if you inform somebody of that? Like, if I tell you I have a really rare venomous snake, does that make me a target for theft if I inform people of that?
Wait, by whom?
By somebody that would want that snake.
So, but if you're telling your neighbor, like, so if you're,
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's not putting up a sign per se. Yeah,
right. If you're advertising, it's like anything of value that there's going to be someone trying to play an angle where it's like, all right, how can I win in this situation?
All right, 407-916-104. We'll get a bunch of stuff to talk about today. I mean, a bunch of stuff to talk about today. Deb, what do you have for news?
We're going to talk about the search for a missing plane in Alaska continues.
Wow.
Closer to home, a Volusia County teen is accused of making another school threat. And a Prince documentary, nearly 7 years in the making, is not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
You got it. Don't forget, cash is your 3 o'clock keyword. Simply ride over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back with Deb's news and more of the Jim Colbert Show.
You text us at 77031, and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
There's bumper-to-bumper traffic due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike southbound near Hancock Road. Expect stop-and-go traffic there. The left lane is blocked. It's affecting northbound lanes as well. There's heavy delays on I-4 heading through that Champions Gate area. Watch out for an accident on State Road 408 westbound near I-4 there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center of James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting FreshFromFlorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
I have your weekend plans. Join me, Taco Bob, at the Orlando Harley-Davidson Historic Factory on 5-4 across from the mall at Millennia, starting at 1 this Saturday. It's Chrome Coming 2025. They've got all the brand new 2025 Harleys. Plus, on site, we're going to have a food truck, full bar, and, oh yeah, bikini contest, which I'll be hosting. So again, that's this Saturday, February 8th, starting at 1 at Orlando Harley-Davidson. Chrome Coming 2025. Please remember to drink responsibly.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hush, little baby, yes you can. Mama's gonna buy you a prepaid plan. And with that Florida prepaid plan, Mama's gonna send you to college land. And when you're free to pursue your dreams, Mama's gonna watch your future beam.
With a Florida 529 prepaid plan, you can save for your little one's future. Plans start at $29 a month. Open enrollment is now.
Excitement is happening at Daytona Beach and Orange City Racing and Card Club. Join us at Orange City on Saturday, February 8th for the first ever Super 40s single day tournament with $40,000 in chips and a $40,000 guarantee. Celebrate President's Day on February 17th with our $15,000 high hand promotion and the $5,000 Royal Reset at both Daytona Beach and Orange City Racing and Card Club. Don't miss out on the action.
Your neighborhood Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need to get ready for spring. Now through February 28th, get the best prices on Made for Florida Sunnyland fertilizers, Miracle Grow soils, Roundup weed and grass killers, yard tools, and more. Plus, colored mulch is only $2.25 a bag all month long. And don't forget to bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment into one of Tools Ace's 11 service centers for a spring tune-up. Tools Ace has 13 convenient locations in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Roll with Hard Rock Bet for Big Game 59 because we're rolling out over $5.9 million in bonus bets. The big game kicks off Sunday in New Orleans, but get your share of Big Easy bonus bets now so you can place more bets on us instead of using your own cash. It's the big game rollout. $5.9 million in promos only on Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
I'm Greg Rosenthal, host of NFL Daily. Join me live from Radio Row in New Orleans. I'll be interviewing the NFL's biggest names all week long. NFL Daily will have you ready for this year's big moment. Will it be Mahomes completing the three-peat or Jalen Hurts avenging their Super Bowl 57 loss? We'll be there on the field after the game. Full recap, interviews with this year's Super Bowl champions. Don't miss it.
Listen to NFL Daily on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow NFL Daily and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Where's my snare?
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
I have no snare in my headphones.
Colbert crew.
You crack it. Crack it.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, felt good. It's your favorite Teabag and Rockledge. Today we raise a beer to hug an addict or an alcoholic day. And the reason why it's important is because they have a stigma that they get thrown out of communities because of their problems. Hug them. It could help on their road to recovery.
Very nice.
Good show, y'all.
Thank you, buddy.
Oh, that was so serious,
Teabag. I don't know if I like that guy.
Call back when you're drunk.
Right, please. If you could, please be more incoherent.
Right, exactly.
My God, man, we have a show to do.
We're not asking for much.
Personally, I like the curveball.
Yeah, I do too. 407-916-1041. Don't forget your 3 o'clock keyword is cash, CASH. Just get over to realradio.fm and send that away where you're your chance at $1,000. Cash will do it, guys. I'm Jim. There's Jack, and Deb has your news.
It's time for JCS News.
Get it.
Does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News, still not old, brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Hey, give him a listen tomorrow morning when he's host of the Home Loans Radio Show. A search is ongoing in Alaska after a plane with 10 people on board went missing. The Bering Air Caravan flight was headed to Nome when it was reported overdue on Thursday. The Coast Guard said the plane was 12 miles offshore when contact was lost.
Man, planes are having a very bad week.
Very bad week. Back in the state of Florida, Florida International University's Board of Trustees expected to name Lieutenant Governor Jeanette Nunez interim president today. Barry University's Dr. Sean Foreman says this clears the field for Republican candidates for governor in 2026.
And now that Ashley Moody has become a senator, Jimmy Petronas has become a congressman, Jeanette Nunez has become a college president, it takes all of them out of the running.
No word yet on who DeSantis will appoint to the position, but he or she will have a leg up on the competition because it's expected to be someone he'll endorse. The Florida Constitution requires there be a lieutenant governor, but doesn't outline a timeline for now, or rather for how quickly one must be selected. Meanwhile, a proposed bill would limit state lawmakers to serving 16 years in the Florida legislature. Republican State Senator Blaise Ingoglia introduced the measure this week. The bill would limit lawmakers to 8 years each in the state Senate and the House, regardless of whether the terms are consecutive or non-consecutive. And here's the reason behind it. The proposal comes after State Representative Debbie Mayfield, who previously served 8 years in the Senate before running for the House because she was term limited out. Well, she just gave up her seat in the House thinking that she could run again for the seat vacated by Randy Fine. Well, she was blocked from that.
Okay.
So she's going to appeal that decision, because he's running for Congress. So Mayfield has appealed the decision by the Secretary of State to the Florida Supreme Court. All right, one that I think has a much bigger hit to home. We've heard a lot of this, especially in Osceola County, but a Tampa Bay lawmaker is behind an effort he says will restore the American dream.
Okay.
Seminole Republican State Representative Bernie Jock filed a bill Wednesday that would allow local governments to stop corporations from buying single-family homes and turning them into rentals. That has been a huge problem in Central Florida.
It's a scourge. It is a scourge in America.
It really is.
Really bad in Florida, really bad in California, really bad in Texas. But in Florida, it's a joke. And by the way, this didn't start happening 2 weeks ago. This has been happening for a decade. Minimum a decade. A lot of Canadian buyers, a lot of British buyers, a lot of foreign money coming in here, and they're snatching up properties and turning them into these giant conglomerates of just rental properties. And what it's doing is it's ruining neighborhoods because it's so transient now. There isn't a scheduled neighborhood. There isn't like a community
family living
feel.
down the street.
And also, it just puts the American dream of owning your own home and starter homes is already becoming out of reach, as we learned with Scott Maxwell, at least in Florida. And it just moves the goalposts even further away because they can juice up the price and they can outbid you.
Yep.
And that's why that it shouldn't be allowed on the face of it.
When my wife was selling REOs, which is bank-owned properties back in 2008, she had a client that basically had an open checkbook, and her job was to find qualified properties in good neighborhoods, and they bought them and sat on them. They didn't even touch them for years sometimes until the property became valuable, and they would either flip or they would come down and determine whether or not they wanted to renovate and rent.
Well,
and it was all based on neighborhood.
House Bill 401 would allow counties, cities, and towns to zone certain areas as solely for owner-occupied homes. Jocks tells News Channel 8 that Floridians have every right to get into home ownership as the Founding Fathers intended. In local news, a child has died after a crash at Orlando Speed World. Elianice Zoe Diaz Rodriguez died Tuesday from injuries she suffered in Sunday's crash on the dragway. She was only 7.
Unbelievable.
FHP.
But she was driving.
Yes, it was. FHP says she was driving a junior dragster race car when she lost control, hit a Speed World employee, and then a concrete wall.
Oh, man.
Fox 35 spoke to racer Danielle Alfatato, who knows the family well.
I wanted to make sure that people understood that this girl wasn't just trying this. She lived for this. Her family raised her in this community.
Rodriguez was a first grader at Eastland Christian School in Orlando. On the school's Facebook page, she's described as a bright light whose beautiful smile will be deeply missed. Over 200 people have donated over $25,000 to a GoFundMe page.
And by the way, they do a good job out there at Speed World. I've been out there racing a couple times, running cars and stuff. And they do keep a good safe. It's safe out there. They do a good job. It's got nothing to do with them.
Absolutely not. It's part of the inherent risk when you're going to be going into racing. I loved my time out at Speed World when I went out there and watched some
much fun.
drifting.
It was fun.
Oh, come on now.
I won the inaugural Real Radio race out there. Yep. I still have the trophy.
I blew my tire out on the literally the first quarter run.
Well, we got to do that again instead of making me do pickleball.
That was fun.
Let's do that.
That was a good ass time.
All right, well, let's make that happen.
Remember Taco Bob and Pat almost died in that bus?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, I remember hearing that story.
God almighty.
All right, a teenager will spend more than 2 decades in prison in connection to a Central Florida rape case. You guys will remember 15-year-old Jesse Stone was sentenced in Marion County earlier today after he pleaded guilty to burglary and sexual battery back in November. Investigators say Stone, who was 14 at the time, broke into a 91-year-old woman's Reddick home before attacking her last summer. After serving his sentence, Stone will receive 30 years of probation and must register as a sex offender. Again, he was only 14 years old at the time of the crime.
Wow.
Another absolutely horrible POS who's just trying to clog up the court system. Central Florida man accused of killing 13-year-old Madeline Soto is trying to get the death penalty dropped from his case. Why? Yeah. It was made for people like you.
Yeah.
Stephen Stern's attorney has filed more than 4 dozen motions over the last week. Guys, it totaled like more than 345 pages that the judges, the clerk, all the prosecutors are all going to have to go through, including the removal of the death penalty and a request to limit the word murder during court proceedings. Soto was reported missing out of Orlando in February of last year before her body was found in a wooded area near St. Cloud. Authorities believe the child was sexually assaulted and killed by Stearns, which was her mother's boyfriend. Stearns has pleaded not guilty and is awaiting his trial. And again, I'll say it again, I still think her mother should be facing something.
Yeah.
When she knew that there were enough bedrooms in that apartment and she still allowed her grown-ass boyfriend to sleep with her 13-year-old daughter, how that is not negligence goes beyond me.
Again, I'll provide my services if anybody needs a trigger squeezer. I'm good for it.
All right. Well, this next one, frosting the flakes of parents everywhere, right? You yank their butt when they get in trouble the first time, but then a 13-year-old boy is accused of making another threat directed at a Volusia County school.
Not a learner, huh?
No, I guess not. The student was arrested yesterday after police say he used a laptop at Ormond Beach's Riverview Learning Center to make a shooting threat. The district says the activity was caught through a student safety software that it uses to monitor students' online activity on campus. The same teen was taken into custody back in September for allegedly making a school threat on his PlayStation. Jack, can you...
Yeah, we're doomed.
Yeah, we are.
I have been fighting the doomed thing. I have to tell you.
I know you have.
I have been.
You need to give in, dude.
I'm a doomed rebel, but I have to tell you, I'm starting to kind of open that door and go, "What's in this doomed room? What's in this?
What's in the doom room?
What's in this doomed room? This thing's always locked and it's open in a little jar today. I usually never look in there. What's in it? What's the back of that?
Another running title for the show.
What's in the doom room?
What's in the doom room? All right. Well, a frat at the University of Central Florida has been suspended. UCF is investigating Pi Gamma Delta for hazing. The allegation dates back to 2023 when 2 students were apparently blindfolded and forced to hold swastikas.
Oh, jeez.
No, wait. You want to know how they found out about this?
Oh, my God, because they posted the pictures?
No, a student anonymously left them outside of an administration building.
Oh, no. The photographs?
The photographs of this event. Because, this happened back in 2023.
Wow.
But someone was like, let me just leave this over here.
Yeah, try explaining that to an employer. It was just a frat prank.
Oh, well, UCF says it's appalled and it unequivocally condemns hazing and acts of anti-Semitism. The national leadership says it's helping UCF with the investigation. But get this, it's one of 3 chapters of this particular fraternity around the country that has already had problems so far this school year.
Really?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't put the word out. People will want to be a part of it then.
During the suspension, the frat won't be able to participate in spring rush activities. They won't be able to do any recruitment. So it really kind of puts a hamper on their spring break. Give them a moment. Aww.
Oh.
All right, the weather pattern, La Nina, has finally showed up this winter, which means more thunderstorms over the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay.
National Weather Service meteorologist Donnell Harrigan says despite La Nina's late arrival, it's already influencing Florida's winter weather.
Well, what that really means for the weather pattern locally, that we're going to be warmer and drier than we would be if it was El Nino. El Nino tends to bring us some of those Gulf low pressure systems that could bring us wet weather and severe weather.
Harrigan says La Nina influences global weather, especially when the patterns are strong. He says this weather pattern is weak, though, but could still have an effect on hurricane season if it continues to last into the summer. Don't even want to think about hurricanes.
Do not want to think about it at all.
Oh, but how about thinking about a cruise?
Oh, yeah, I'm down for that.
Not this cruise.
Okay.
Royal Caribbean ship sailing out of Tampa is getting a thorough cleaning.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's never a good line.
No.
No.
You think that would be a good thing?
You think it would?
Hey, spring cleaning.
You think it would?
So, they must have had a finger painting class.
Well, let's say those fingers were, nearly 90 passengers and 2 crew members aboard the Radiance of the Seas. I bet it was radiant.
Yeah.
Got sick this week with a gastrointestinal virus. It's not clear where the virus originated from. I think of handrails every single time.
That's right.
The ship left Port Tampa Bay on February 1st and is due to return on Saturday.
Oh, my God. They've been at sea this whole time going doo-doo crazy?
Yeah, literally.
It's the worst because it's both.
Oh,
it comes from everywhere. It's awful. And then you have to worry about getting dehydrated. It's really bad, though.
It is bad. It's terrible. And then you're in a small cabin, small bathroom, small bedroom, and then your partner may end up getting it as well. And then that's your vacation you spent money and time on.
And I think the only thing they give you for that is that anti-nausea stuff. And I don't know.
Really?
I don't know how well that works. And do they bonus you back that? I mean, if you get norovirus on a ship, do you get another vacation, or is it just SOL?
I don't. Literally on the S.
Yeah, it might be. It might be half off on your next cruise.
Or is that one of those things you just kind of have to assume with the ticket? Like they tell you if you go to a golf match and you get hit in the face with a golf ball, your ticket purchase kind of makes them. It's part of the thing, in other words. Like, in other words, do you buy a cruise thinking, well, there's a chance I get noro because it happens on these things?
I don't know, but I know we do have the smartest audience in talk radio, so they'll text us at 77031.
We got a couple people.
I think that's what...
Let's not get a little...
Yeah, and then there's Teabag.
Yeah.
I think that's what travel insurance is for, right?
I was just about to say that. Maybe that's why you're supposed to get it.
Speaking of Teabag, he sent me a picture.
Of himself?
Yes.
Can you put it up on the screen in our YouTube?
So, in theory, I can, but Jimmy, you've always said when it comes to...
I don't know if I want to put a name with a face on this one.
You don't like knowing what they look like.
If you don't know what we're having, a boy or a girl, then I'll go over there and look at the picture myself.
What if he looks like Bob Barker? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want him to look. Does he look like anybody I know?
Maybe.
Okay, good.
How does he know everybody that you know?
I mean, we know this.
Okay, hush up and let me finish my stuff here, all right?
God almighty, Mom.
I've just been in the kitchen for the last hour cooking for you, too. Florida's SpaceX is preparing for a planned weekend launch. SpaceX was originally going to conduct a Starlink mission from the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station this afternoon. The rocket was supposed to take off at 1:52, but decided to scrub the plan for unknown reasons.
All right.
The company is now hoping to send another batch of internet satellites into low Earth orbit from the St. Brevard County facility at 1:23 p.m. tomorrow. A successful liftoff would mark the 13th launch from the Space Coast this year.
Yeah.
It's only February 7th.
Yeah.
And then finally, say it isn't so. A Prince documentary nearly 7 years in the making is not going to happen. Netflix told Variety on Thursday that it has come to a, quote, mutual agreement, end quote, with the Prince estate, and the, quote, Netflix documentary will not be released, end quote. The estate reportedly disapproved of some of the content of director Ezra Edelman's documentary, claiming a lack of adequate fact-checking related to Prince.
Said that he was emotionally and physically abusive to people in the studio and people around him.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it claimed. That's why they scrapped it. And that's why the family also said, we're going to create our own documentary based on this, and Netflix will not release it. They will not give them final approval to release it because it did not paint him in the greatest of light.
Well, and this is how they phrased that. A representative of the estate said some of the claims made in the documentary, quote, would do generational harm to Prince, end quote. The estate reportedly claimed breach of contract and denied permission to use Prince's music when Edelman's documentary produced 9 hours of material, 3 hours more than what was agreed upon. The statement from Netflix said the agreement, quote, will allow the estate to develop and produce a new documentary, like you said, Jimmy, but there's no word if another documentary is in the works and when we're going to possibly see it. So it could be another 7 years.
You're not going to see it.
No.
The family really has no motivation to do it, really. What is their motivation?
Right, exactly.
I mean, he already has his legacy. It's already set in concrete. Why do anything else? I mean, there's plenty of video of this guy. If anything, they could make a compilation.
They're still releasing music.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
They're still releasing music.
There's a guy in charge of that vault.
Yeah, they're not going to
release.
Yeah. They're not going to do anything to jeopardize that at all. And they would do nothing to mar his reputation of being a genius musician and a mysterious figure in the entertainment industry. Why do anything to it? I would agree with him 100%.
Well, regardless, that concludes your JCS News.
407.
Oh, it's dying.
God.
It's dying.
Those ducks with bird flu. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us. Again, that's 77031. Don't forget, we do have a keyword for you at the top of the hour, but the one right now is cash, C-A-S-H. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with Sinker Sale and Embers Only.
Get ready to text your vote for Sink or Sail. Coming up next on The Jim Colbert Show.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey everybody, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Friday evening forecast. We made it to the weekend, and boy, do we have a nice weekend ahead. Temperatures tonight going to be throughout the low 60s and upper 50s across the region. Heads up, though, it is going to be a foggy start to your Saturday, so be careful if you're looking to get any early plans going on tap for Saturday morning. Other than that, Saturday and Sunday, both beautiful temperatures throughout the mid-80s. Gorgeous sunshine for both the weekend days.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting FreshFromFlorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Warning, if you're thinking about surgery to fix your chronic joint pain, stop, because surgery can be risky, painful, and come with a lengthy recovery time. But there is an alternative, a groundbreaking therapy that revitalizes damaged tissue with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics has successfully treated tens of thousands of patients, freeing them from pain in their knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints. Before you resort to invasive surgery, find out if you're a candidate for this advanced regenerative therapy by calling 689-314-7578. Don't let chronic pain dictate your life any longer, and don't risk surgery. Learn more about the joint pain therapy endorsed by professional athletes and available now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. To find out if you're eligible, request a free consultation from QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to learn more about this surgery-free alternative with no drugs and no downtime. Call QC Kinetics today, 689-314-7578. 689-314-7578.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Were you uninvited to game night? Do you play board games with the ferocious intensity of an iron-fisted oligarch? Have friends left game night asking, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Right now, during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or mattressfirm.com for details.
This is Steve Kramer. Let me tell you a business secret. There are sketch companies out there selling awards.
Make sure the awards earned by your lawyer are from respected organizations. At Trendley Kramer Law, our lawyers have been recognized by Orlando Magazine Best Lawyers, Florida Trend Legal Elite, Super Lawyers, and listed in U.S. News as a best law firm for years. We've earned the awards that can't be bought. Trendley Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get one line for $20 per month when you bring your phone.
Really? Only $20 a month for one line? And I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's 50% off the base 5G unlimited plan.
Visit your nearest Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Well, by now, you probably know a handful of people on Ozempic or semaglutide, right? Hey, it's Sisney from On Air with Ryan Seacrest. These game-changing weight loss meds are everywhere, and Future Health makes it easy to get started. Yeah, Future Health. It's going to connect you with licensed doctors who specialize in these groundbreaking GLP-1 treatments. So go to tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Listening to The Jim Colbert Show. It's time for Sink or Sail.
Okay.
If you think this song is yacht rock, text SAIL to 77031. If not, text SINK.
By request.
Oh my God.
I'll freak out if this is the band I was thinking of.
It's not.
Okay.
It's the son of a Beatle.
It was Julian Lennon.
Yep.
We should rename this Tie Your Own Noose or Sail. This is not a bad tune. Let me ask, because I don't know, and I'm not a big Beatles fan. Is this a Beatles cover by him, or
No,
is this an original?
This is his original.
Is it?
Yeah.
Very Beatles-esque sound.
Yeah, I mean,
now.
it couldn't be more Beatles-esque. I mean, he sounds just like his old man.
He does.
Turn it up, please. I don't know, man. I think it's a little too slow for yacht rock. I think it's a little too melancholy for yacht rock.
Well, I think melancholy works, but I think you're right on the tempo is a
Yeah. This is what you'd listen to as you watched a boat sink.
little...
Or you watch the love of your life sail off forever.
Oh, dude.
Standing on the dock singing this to him or her. Yeah, for me, buddy, this is a sink. This does not vibe me toward yacht rock for me. This is a sink for me.
So did play this on Sunday. This was a request, and so the easy request when sometimes they'll come in and like, hey, I'm not sure if this counts as yacht rock, and then if it's within the window, I'm like, great.
Give it a shot.
It's a candidate for sink or sail.
Right.
And we'll be doing that again this Sunday. But this we played on Sunday's Captain Log Radio, and the people voted.
And there's no way they sailed this. There's no way. Please renew my hope.
Well, I will have you know on Sunday, after the vote, this was a sink.
Oh, yeah. To the bottom.
And right now, judging by the voting, it is a sink.
Yeah.
Not yacht. Pretty song, not yacht rock.
Yeah. This thing is on its way to imploding with guest aboard. This thing is doomed. This is in that room.
The Doom room?
This is in the Doom room.
The
you
Doom
peek in
room.
there. When you open the door, this starts playing. Yeah, not a fan. And I like Julian Lennon. I just heard a really interesting interview with him.
Yeah.
He just did some audio. He's kind of rare. He's a relative recluse these days, is he not? He's in his 50s or something, isn't he?
Well, I don't see him a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, his big hit was in the 80s, was it not?
Mm-hmm. This is 85.
Really?
Oh, yeah. But he had a pretty big hit, did he not? I remember he had a song that made it into the top 10 or top 20 for sure. It's the one song he's known for that I remember, Jack, although I'm not a gigantic fan. I don't want to box him in. This is it. Remember this?
Too Late for Goodbye.
This is a great song. And I heard he and his dad didn't get along all that well. Did you know that?
I don't think he had seen his dad very often once he got with Yoko.
And I think, actually, if I remember right, I think he unwilled him.
Oh, really?
Like, I don't believe that Julian Lennon got much from John's estate. I think it actually all went to Yoko, and I don't believe if I remember right, it was not good. It was a contentious relationship. Yeah, this is a good song, man.
Yeah.
What year was this?
Oh, I'd have to look it up, but I have to say it was
80s?
definitely in the 80s.
It's got to be late 80s, right?
I wouldn't say late. I think it might have been around the same time as Alive.
Somebody said I hate agreeing with Jim. Why not, man? Get in the mood. Get in the mood. I'm right a lot. You should.
Oh, yeah.
This was 84, and Vilat was right after it.
Somebody said walk the plank. Yeah, that one didn't work for me, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's a rarity. Most of the ones that you choose or that are chosen.
Well, it's guess what? I voted that a sink as well.
Did you really?
Yeah.
All right. Let's every Saturday. Or excuse me.
I mean, I hate to agree with Jim.
Did you type that? Every Sunday morning from 8 until 9 is Captain's Log Radio with Jack and his first mate, NaomiBradshaw.com. Check it out. And do you guys podcast that, by the way?
We can't, and that's
that's
because
right.
of the licensing on the music.
Damn, that sucks, man.
It's copywritten music.
That sucks. That would be a cool show to podcast if you could, for sure. Yeah. All right, let's do Embers only.
Now, it's time to explore the world of cigars, spirits, and other things that make life worth living. This is Embers Only.
Embers Only brought to you by our good friends over at Corona Cigar Company. 3 of these beautiful lounges here in Central Florida, 2 on the West Coast. The ones here in town, Heathrow, downtown Sand Lake Road. On the West Coast, it's Sarasota and Tampa. And, of course, if you're listening out of the area, and we know a lot of you guys do, which we appreciate greatly, always online at coronacigar.com, and they will certainly send it to you. Matter of fact, the online is really going to help you out because this is an online-only event. It is the Valentine's Day gift pack.
Oh, nice.
Now, look, this is really cool, by the way, because it's easy for guys to buy Valentine's gifts. Usually it's your flowers, chocolate, a piece of jewelry or whatever. But ladies have a very difficult time buying something for their man, and it's hard to find good ideas. But I will tell you for a fact, over the Christmas holidays, we did these packages, these gift deals, and they destroyed. We sold out of 2 of them.
Really?
3 stores sold completely out of 2 of them because here's the deal.
It makes it so easy for you, and you get something off.
Exactly. They're great deals. It's a very guy thing, and we don't stop there. $85.50 for this. It's 25% off, and it is a Valentine's Day gift only available online. Here's what you get: 10 FSG 20-acre farm Robusto cigars and 1 Vertigo Big Daddy cutter, all for only $85. I will tell you, the 20-acre farm is one of my favorite offerings from these guys. It's a nice medium smoke, very rich, a delicious cigar, very approachable for anybody. Whether you're a beginner, whether you love smoking big, strong cigars, you will not go wrong with a 20-acre farm. I've told Jeff a billion times, this is one of my favorite new offerings from the store because they did a really good job on this product. Really, really good job. So try it. It's the Valentine's Day gift pack, I'm sorry. It's $85.50. You can only get that online. That's 25% off, by the way. 10 FSG 20-acre farm Robusto cigars and a Big Daddy cutter. You can't lose. If you're looking for that Valentine's gift, we nailed it for you, ladies or guys. It doesn't matter either way.
That's right.
It's the Valentine's Day gift pack, only $85.50. Order it today. It's coronacigar.com. Get it online. Have it sent to your house. You have plenty of time. They'll get it out for you in no time at all. And a big thanks to our guys over at coronacigar.com. Love these guys. And if you want to go enjoy and just kind of hang out, that's where you want to do it. Big chairs, great liquors, wonderful cigars, a great place just to kind of
people watch
and just while away a couple hours.
Yeah,
while you
spend
enjoy
some time with some friends.
You know what we like to do? We like to go in and get the so if you go into the stores and say I'm a beginner or I'm kind of halfway into my journey or I'm a seasoned smoker, and let them choose something for you. That's a cool way to do it. Walk in and say, look, I've been smoking for a while. Go find me something new and exciting. Something that you guys here at the store like. Snip it, light it, and go sit down and have a drink and do it. That's a good way to do it.
They love those challenges. They really do. It allows you to show everything they know about the products that they offer.
And while you're there, if you want to get anything else for your loved one, whether it be a humidor, a lighter, ashtrays, any of that stuff, they have all the accessories. Of course, they can pack that right up with your Valentine's Day gift pack. Thanks, Corona. We appreciate that. Again, that's coronacigar.com. Back in a sec with Primetime Kitchen and our buddy Faiz Kara.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
All lanes are being affected due to an accident on State Road 429 southbound near Kelly Park Road. There's bumper-to-bumper traffic due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike southbound near Hancock Road. The left lane's being affected there. Keep an eye out for an accident on State Road 408 westbound before I-4. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Expand your life with expert insight and motivation for better health, habits, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at the Filatowski Eye Institute. Look, man, if you fight with your vision, you wear those glasses, contacts, you're sick of it, especially with summer approaching. You want to enjoy yourself out there on the lake, maybe at the beach. Hard to do that with contacts. Sand in your eyes, terrible problem. But the Filatowski Eye Institute can help, guys. Right now, they're offering free LASIK consultations. And if you do struggle with your eyesight and you do want it better, you should take advantage of this. And all you have to do is text the number 1041 to the number 868686. That way you can start your journey to better vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute. They have 65,000 LASIK procedures under their belt. It's way more than that, by the way. And they're one of the OGs in LASIK here in Central Florida. Always have the best state-of-the-art tech, getting you the best results every single time. And they even have financing. That's right. 24-month interest-free financing is available. No reason not to see what these guys can't do for you. Again, simply text 1041 to 868686. That way you can schedule your free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute. Your path to better vision begins right now.
Navy Federal Credit Union can help you dominate debt with a 0% intro APR on credit card balance transfers for 12 months. And right now, you could get $250 when you spend $2,500 using a Cash Rewards or Cash Rewards Plus card. Visit NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. After the intro rate expires, variable APRs are 15.15% to 18% based on credit worthiness. Rates are subject to change. ATM fees for cash advances are up to $1 at non-Navy Federal ATMs.
Game on! Coach R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. If you've been fumbling around town in a car you hate, then punt it. I need to kick off my new year. But first, all my 2024 rides must go. So this month you could drive a new Mitsubishi for just $1 down. And that's a touchdown for not much down. You can even save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. So get in the game for just $1 down. At R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. And my perfect payment program is a playbook of solutions. My finance specialists work hard to help you find a car you love. So if your old ride makes you feel like a loser, then punt it. Because we have over 200 used cars, all with warranty for just $1 down. But hurry, a deal this good won't last long and won't go into overtime. I'm RC Hill and I'm your car dealer next door. See all my MVP rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com. Need to sell your car today? Visit rchillbuyscars.com. We'll pay you on the spot.
Credit and $1 down require bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're treating the untreatable. Using a patient's unique genetic makeup, our researchers are developing personalized cancer vaccines that help stimulate the immune system to better fight the disease and prevent it from recurring. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
So you want to be my client? You think you deserve fair compensation for your injuries? Well, you got to call me. Can't just keep listening forever. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey, Mom, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online. I read that black folks like us with certain conditions like diabetes, heart disease, mental health conditions, or being 50 and older, like you, are at high risk.
Boy, you sound like a commercial.
I'm just saying. I know you love your ginger teas and essential oils, but remember, there are treatment options for COVID-19.
I promise if I get sick again, I'll call my doctor to ask about my options.
Visit WeTalkWeRise.com to learn more. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Great news! You're getting a Gabe store. Do you know about Gabe's? They offer the biggest brands for up to 70% off department store prices. You'll get huge savings on apparel and footwear for the whole family, plus picks for your home from their private label brand, Old Time Pottery. Shop deals on personal care, everyday essentials, and pantry items too. Join the grand opening on February 8th at 1300 West International Speedway Boulevard in Daytona. Doors open at 9 a.m. Gabe's, find your deal.
I love my Big Green Egg, and if you're looking for a deal on a Big Green Egg, do yourself a favor. Visit my friends at Wassie's Meat Market right there in Melbourne, Florida, or visit their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com. They carry all the sizes of the Big Green Egg right there at Wassie's Meat Market.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
That's right, guys. Time for another Primetime Kitchen featuring our buddy Fayez Cara from the Orlando Weekly. He is the restaurant critic. We'll get to Fayez here in just a second. First things first, all brought to you by our good friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. Man, if you love cooking outside and the weather is perfect for it, you got to get over there. Get you one of those grills, man. They only carry the best stuff, by the way. Big Green Egg, Weber, Traeger, Napoleon, Blackstone for the griddles, Gosney and Uni pizza ovens, all the hardwoods and pellets to make that stuff come alive, and, of course, all the rubs, marinades, and injections you could possibly want. to make your outdoor cooking absolutely wonderful. And, of course, they always have Hollywood furniture as well if you want people to sit and have a good time. Just a great spot. And if you love cooking outside, you can build the best outdoor kitchen out there. It's Tools Ace Hardware, 13 locations here in Central Florida. Find yours easily at toolsacehardware.com. Guys, good and loud for our friend, Mr. Fayez Cara.
Yay! Woo!
Jack did not clap. Jack did not clap.
We can't hear Jack.
Well, he's got that Argentinian soccer player vibe
See,
going today.
Jim called it the Cuban barber, and I said he looks like a 1950s dad league night.
Oh, yeah, his league night, man. He's going out bowling tonight.
Yeah, the wife and he are getting ready to go out, polish the ball, and go out and hit a strike.
I like his beard, and the little gray thing there is kind of coming alive a little bit because Jack doesn't have any gray in his hair.
No,
I've contended he has dyed his hair for a while.
Nope,
he's got one little silver fox in there, don't you, Jackie?
Oh, there's a few.
Yeah, they're sporadic. It's
about time.
It's very stylish and it annoys my wife to no end.
It's like if Kaká was born in New Jersey.
yeah, for sure. That's exactly it. All right, Fayez, of course, joins us from the Orlando Weekly, where he's the restaurant critic over there. Writes a thing called the Tip Jar. If you want to slide over and get caught up on what's happening in the restaurant industry here in Central Florida, there is some sad news out of the restaurant / beverage industry for this week. I'm sure we'll get to that here in a second. Fayez, how's your week going, firstly?
Going great. Lots of eating as usual, but doing well.
All right,
doing well, my friend.
Well, let's get into it, buddy. Let's get to the review first. Where did you eat this week?
Okay, so the review this week is a place called Surah, Surah. It's a Korean restaurant in Dr. Phillips, 5100 Dr. Phillips Boulevard to be exact. And, there's like more than a few Korean restaurants in town. So in the case of Surah, I made it a point to bring along a Korean power couple that you are also familiar with, Jim, just to get their expert and their sort of intimate opinion on the fare here. And let me just say that when we left thoroughly impressed and thoroughly gratified.
Really?
So, yes, from their Korean barbecue, and they serve like USDA prime cuts of brisket and ribeye.
Damn.
And they serve it with the lettuce and the sesame oil and the bean paste and all of that to enjoy it like a lettuce wrap. To their gorgeous plate of stir-fried squid with vegetables and this sweet, spicy gochujang sauce. It's so wonderfully balanced. They have a killer seafood and green onion pancake. And that's the part I was impressed by most. It was like their balanced flavors. Nothing just because it's Korean and some of the dishes are spicy. It's not spicy for the sake of being spicy. It's not like a punch in the face. It's so marvelously balanced, and that's something that my dining companions, we won't mention their names, but you may have a good idea. They're restaurateurs in this town, and they're very well. And they were also so impressed. They're a bulgogi. Bulgogi is a very famous a Korean dish. It's like typically served in a stone pot with rice, but they do a bulgogi hot pot here with vegetables. And again, this broth that was it had struck the right balance of like sweet and savory. It was just so comforting. It made it so comforting. They have, they make their kimchi fresh. A lot of Korean places will buy pre-made kimchi.
Sure, yeah.
It's not that it's bad, but they take that extra step of like making their own kimchi. The mother of one of the owners, she ran restaurants in like Beijing and Hanoi and Seoul, and she's like a very seasoned restaurateur, and a lot of the recipes are hers. So, it's just great stuff. It's not Korean new wave cooking by any means. This isn't like Michelin star level type stuff, but it's very familial, it's very comforting, and it's done so superbly well. They have a short rib dish that my dining companion said that, it's very difficult to make, so you don't often see this served at restaurants, but they're serving it here. So I highly encourage you, especially people who haven't really had Korean food before. I think not only is this like a great place to be introduced to Korean food, but it's one where even those who are like seasoned Korean and Korean barbecue vets out there, they would love this place.
Very approachable, huh? That's nice.
It's approachable and it's done right. And the owners, they're a young couple. They're super, super nice. They're very accommodating. They're they love to educate folks who may not know too much about Korean food, but this is not watered down Korean fare by any means. It's the real deal. And like I said, that's why I took this power couple with me, just to get their opinion. And they were so impressed, in fact, that the wife ended up taking her mother to the restaurant, and the mother was also very much impressed. So.
And you said it perfectly. I think Korean food really does shine when it balances that sweet and the heat, because it's not known for being super hot, just tons of flavor, and the balance is absolutely necessary to make that food pay off. And I will tell you, it is quite it's quite an accomplishment to impress those two, because I mean, they themselves are also incredibly impressive, and they do a very good job at the restaurants they own and stuff. So I would think that would be a great accolade from the restaurant to have those two there and enjoy it.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. And that's precisely why I asked if they would join me.
For sure. Let's move on. What's the rev?
The rev. Okay, so if you recall 4 years ago, more than 4 years ago, when Orlando Meats, next to Santiago's Bodega, closed there in Ivanhoe Village. So Santiago's owner, Jason Dugan, said that he would be taking over that space and opening up a concept called Ramen Revolution. But it's been 4 years, and it's finally open, but it's opening up as the Rev, not Ramen Revolution. And in addition to ramen, he's also serving seafood and oysters. So, I happened to check their Instagram just recently, and they're also serving deviled eggs, Jim.
Are they really? Yeah. I just made some today.
Yeah, I know. Deviled eggs with, I believe they have like chicken skin on them, and there's Jack.
Oh, yeah. There's Jack, which means Jack finally got his deviled eggs.
Yeah, that's a good addition. I just saw somebody do that the other day. As they took the chicken skin from a job they were doing and put it in the oven and baked it super crisp, and they crumble it up and use it as a sprinkle on foods and stuff.
Okay.
Because it's got that beautiful fat in there and gives you that chicken umami.
Are you going to make those next?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's easy.
So they've just recently opened. They just opened in Ivanhoe Village there. I believe the address is 728 Virginia Drive. That's where Orlando Meats used to be, right next door to Santiago's Bodega. So, check them out. I haven't, but I'm sure I will.
All right, let's move on to the beer news that has made headlines everywhere this week. That's kind of funny. You never, ever heard or saw anybody write about this place until it shuts down. Then everybody covers it.
Yeah, actually, you went when they first opened, and I think you're referring to Oviedo Brewing Company.
Yeah.
So they've announced that they'll be closing February the 28th. It's sad news, but for good news for the consumers is that they're offering a bunch of sales. I think they have 50% off for 4-packs or buy one get one free. So they're on, I believe they're on Oviedo Mall Boulevard. I'm not entirely sure of the address.
It's part of the mall. It's like in the back of the mall. If you were to go in the stereotypical front of the mall, it's back there. It's kind of built into one of the units there. And the one thing that nobody knew about that place when you went in there is they had a real deal balls out pizza oven, like a real deal stone pizza oven. So believe it or not, the baked goods, the flatbreads and the pizzas were damn good there. My wife and I used to go pretty often in the afternoons after work, like on Fridays, grab a beer and a snack. They would have live music there, and the space was a little odd. And to be honest with you, I can only assume it's cost that's making them go, because they used to get quite a bit of community support, but who knows? There's the oven there.
Yeah, but on a regular basis, I mean, people may have gone like during the weekends, but I'm not entirely sure why they have, but I'm sure those factors were probably responsible for it. But in speaking of, in more beer news, if you recall Gatlin Hall Brewing in Soto, so they've completely renovated and they've rebranded as Runabout Brewing Company Kitchen and Raw Bar. And it's a full sit-down restaurant, and they also have a pizza oven. So they're offering pizza, burgers, seasonal seafood, and oysters. And the third piece of beer news is Brewlando Maitland has taken over the old Sanford Brewing Company space there at the Maitland City Center.
Yep.
So they've also just opened. Brewlando, I think, has also got more, some more locations in the works. So, but the one in Maitland, right there at Maitland City Center, is open. So, a lot of beer news.
And I think that's what you're going to wind up seeing. We've talked about this before. The craft beer thing really only had so much life in it, because craft beer is really a unique thing. Most people still just like drinking a few beers, and mostly it's lagers that are very approachable. You find a very niche audience for this. And I think we knew for a fact the good ones would rise to the top, and the other ones that had, just either not enough marketing money or maybe just not enough capital when they started would start kind of falling away. And it looks like that's what we see happening here. And again, we wish the best of those guys because they were nothing but cool to us every time we went.
Yeah, and location, of course, is always a factor. There's so many factors. I mean, it's not the riskiest business to get into for no reason.
It
So
is very
whether
much
it's like beer or restaurants, it's a tough gig, man.
All right, so tell me about the Park Avenue Tavern. Now, is this the place that a couple years ago when you did the review of them, it was not so shiny?
Oh, wow. I guess it was very memorable. You are correct, Jim. It was a less than flattering review, so I'm not surprised that they've closed. And, that space where, Dexter's used to be there, I believe the address is, again, 558 West New England Avenue there in Hannibal Square. Yeah, so it used to be Dexter's for a really long time. And that space, I think, it deserves something better than like the corporate schlock of what Park Avenue Tavern brought. So I really hope that, something worthy moves in very soon. But yeah, no big loss, in my opinion, with Park Avenue Tavern closing.
All right, are you ready?
Oh yes. I hear sexual assault might be part of the proceedings today.
Yeah. Well, here's what's happening is, you're asleep in your bed and your wife is off on vacation and I find out. And what I do is I just break the window and jump right in and I ratchet strap you to a gurney. And then what I do is I tie that to my truck and I just pull you through town and I'm whipping you through the city and you're just ricocheting off trees, ricocheting off stop signs. It's a brutal ride. I'm going to be honest with you. It is a brutal ride.
Am I naked?
No. How do you sleep?
Well, I'm not going to
Well,
tell you
if
that.
you sleep naked, you are naked. If you sleep in let's say, like a
negligee,
SpongeBob pajamas, that's what you're wearing. You're very light. You're a very wispy Canadian man, so it's easy to pick up. So anyway, after we get through bouncing you around multiple objects going through town, I stop. I come up there. I let the ratchets go. You catch your breath finally because you are literally 30 seconds from death and possible more brain damage. And I say, you know what? I would love a good pizza. Why don't you take me for a good pizza somewhere, sir? Now, I know you've had a couple places, Antica up in Altamont Springs that you have suggested. But you know what? The listeners of the show always want to get updated when it comes to the good basics. Pizzas, burgers, wings, stuff like that. Where's a good pie these days?
I'm just glad I didn't get, diddled or fingered or buggered.
I had to be careful because today's Pick the Porn Day and we can't do too much of it one day, buddy.
Okay, so last night, it's funny you mentioned this. Last night, I went to a pizza food truck called Dio Santo Pizzeria, Diosanto Pizzeria. And the guy's name is Gustavo Leo, I think his name is. And I'm telling you, he fired up some unbelievably great Neapolitan pizza, maybe some of the best I've had in the city. And he studied in London under this guy named Marco Fuso. And Marco Fuso is like this Neapolitan pizza maestro, like he's like this god, and he's got the food truck, and I believe he said that tonight he's going to be in St. Cloud. And by the way, if you go to my Instagram and look at my very last post, my most recent post, you'll find his Instagram handle in there. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but you'll also see a video of the pizza of him firing it up in this oven, this custom made oven that he's got in his truck. It's so good. I think he also said that he'll be at Tasty Takeover in the Milk District on Tuesday, but check out my Instagram at It's Fias Cara. Have a look at that last reel, and you'll find his handle and his schedule of where he's going to be.
Oh, there he is right now.
If you're watching on YouTube there, it was so good. So good. I'm thinking of going again on Tuesday, the Tasty Takeover, to try it. He's got like a few varieties. He even has calzones. But and the funny thing, this guy is like a star. He's like a celebrity in Brazil. He's Brazilian of Italian descent. He was like an actor. He's been in like feature films.
Damn, really?
And he just decided to get out of the business. I think he went to Vancouver, of all places, to culinary school, and then he studied under this Marco Fuso guy in London, and he is killing it. His pizzas are unbelievable.
I would literally fold that thing in half and eat it like a taco. It looks delicious. Look at that. That crust is absolutely perfect. Got that char on the outside. It could not be better. God, that
And
looks
you know
great.
what? I'm always making a point to do a cross section of that crust to see if the dough is still raw or if it's nice and airy and bubbled, and it was definitely the latter. So this guy absolutely knows what he's doing. I believe he's doing a 48-hour ferment on that dough.
Yeah, you got it for sure. I just made some the other day with double lot, and you have to. Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, wow.
I made, and the funny thing is, I tossed the pizzas after 24 hours. It wasn't the same. I put it in the fridge, I brought it back out, and let it get back to room temperature. You're not even supposed to do that, and it still was great. It turned out perfect. And it doesn't take any time to make it. I mean, really, if you just get the proportions right and you let it rest, you can make great pies at home, even in your oven. If you get the pizza stone super hot beforehand, you can make pretty good. You can make pretty good pies at home.
This guy, he's got his oven going to like about 850 degrees.
Yeah. You got to have that bottom. That's the key, the Fayez, is getting the bottom part of your oven as hot as you can get it. And anywhere from 800 to 1,000 degrees, that's what you want because the top of the pizza cooks in 90 seconds. So you need you need that bottom to get nice and crispy. That is the key to making good pie for sure.
Yeah, but right before he pulls it out of the oven, he gives it that little kiss on the very top of the oven, that little bit of flame, and it just, so he knows what he's doing.
Right on. Dio Santo, go check him out Tuesday. Going to be down in the Milk District, but you can follow him on Insta and find him through there. And
and he'll be, I believe he'll be in St. Cloud. For any listeners in St. Cloud, he'll be there tonight. I don't remember he's at a luxury apartment complex somewhere there. I'm not sure what it's called, but he'll be in St. Cloud tonight.
Very nice. Well, good job, buddy. We appreciate it as always. Good and loud for our buddy Fayez Cara.
Yay! Woo!
Fayez, where can we find you online to learn more about the great food in Orlando, friend?
OrlandoWeekly.com. Click on food and drink, or find me on Instagram at It's Fayez Cara, ITSFAIYAZKARA. You'll find all my stuff there.
Have a great weekend, buddy. We'll see you soon.
You too, guys.
You got
Bye,
it, buddy. All right, 407-916-1041. 4 o'clock keyword is bills, BILLS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks for joining us for Primetime Kitchen, brought to you by our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. Look, guys, when you're dialing in your backyard for those special days, Tools has you covered with the best grills out there, Weber, Traeger, and, of course, Big Green Egg. All the accessories you need, all the smoking wood you need, rubs, marinades, everything to make that outdoor experience amazing. You know, those family experiences are extremely special. Make sure you're doing it right with one of these great grills from our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. With 11 locations in Central Florida, chances are you're right around the corner from your next dream grill. Find yours today at toolsacehardware.com.
Traffic is slowing down on all the major roadways. There's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for here on Oak Ridge Road near Weingard Road, on State Road 429 southbound near Kelly Park Road. The left lane's being affected there. There's stop-and-go traffic due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike southbound near Hancock Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off. Free UPS shipping and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
Hey guys, Jim Colbert here. You know, I hired FAS Windows and Doors years ago to do my house. Then I hired them again to do another house right here in Orlando. Their expert team of window and door installers made the entire project seamless from measurement all the way up to the final inspection. And I will tell you, it was such a good job. This is a true story. The inspectors from the city actually asked me who did the install because it was so perfect. They've been doing this since 2005, and FAS has earned their spot as Orlando's top-rated window and door experts. Upgrade your home today with the team that delivers excellence. Just visit FASWD.com and trust the leader in windows and doors.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Are you annoyingly inattentive? Do you watch a movie and then ask a zillion questions because you weren't paying attention? Do people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Mattress Firm's President's Day sale is happening now. Get a king bed for a queen price. Save up to $700 plus a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or mattressfirm.com for details.
Come watch athletes compete at the 12th Annual Scottish Highland Festival in Mount Dora, February 14th through 16th. Enjoy live Celtic music, traditional foods, and shop the unique vendors. The event is sponsored by Guinness Beer, Discover Lake, and the City of Mount Dora. Get your tickets at mountdorascott.com.
Help! My
My cat needs saving.
Oh, no. Has he tried Navy Federal Credit Union? They have lots of great savings and investing options.
What? No, he needs help.
Well, with Navy Federal's financial advisors and online tools, he can get all the help he needs. Whew, got him.
Good catch.
Sign up at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Savings products insured by NCUA. Investment products are not insured, not obligations of Navy Federal, and may lose value.
Steve Kramer here with the divorce tip. Inheritance isn't a marital asset unless you handle the money wrong or your divorce wrong. Then you can lose it to your ex. Call Trenley and Kramer, TK Law. We do divorce. OneFirmForLife.com.
Oh, you can save money and help, lead a greener life. Call Solar Source. That is your one-stop shop for going solar, whether it's solar electric, solar water heater, you just want to heat your pool, you want their battery backup, their solar power battery backup. It's all available through Solar Source, and that's a company that's been around since '84. That's a long time, with over 60,000 installations, and that's a lot. They've worked with NASA. They work with Legoland. I've done work with them as well when it came to servicing solar. I got in, it's been about 18 years ago. I went solar water heater, did solar electric about 11 years ago, and when it comes time for service, I go to Solar Source. Their systems add value to your home, and they cut energy costs, and spring is perfect for solar heating your pool, making it usable year-round. Plus, they have a pay-as-you-go solar package, starts at just $99 a month. They are the solar experts, so when you're ready for solar, go to solarsource.com and mention Jack from Real Radio.
Right now at Verizon, you can get one line for less than you think. Just $50 per month when you bring your phone, which is less than you spend on Bella's Dog Walker and Glam Squad every week. Get one line on unlimited welcome for $50 per month with auto pay plus taxes and fees at your local Orlando Verizon store today. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money,
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
In a world where every second counts,
bird flu is spreading nationwide, driving up egg prices.
iHeartRadio has one podcast that keeps you informed. 24/7 News. The latest. Today's latest news every hour in just 4 minutes.
Rex Heuermann's case is being adjourned again.
Be the first to know.
President Trump has sent a loud and clear message.
iHeartRadio's 24/7 News. The latest. Open the free iHeart app and listen now. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Colbert crew. It's Sarah again. Mr. Rockledge guy, happy alcoholic day. I'm right there with you, brother. I just picked up some beer. Let us cheers to it. I hope you have a good day. Jim Colbert, everybody, you're awesome. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Sarah.
You too, Sarah. Bye-bye.
Say hi to your cat.
What did you, Colbert crew?
Oh. Oh, no.
Things have gone downhill in the past 20 minutes. I can't sound sober when I'm drunk as hell, though. Because I started at noon. But it helps with the cops. Also, Jack, tell me where I can send a picture of my face and you can tell.
You ready to see it, Jimmy?
I do not. You're not going to put it on the screen, are you?
I won't. No. What do you want? You just tell me.
I don't want to see it.
All right,
you don't
put it
want
on the screen, and he can close his eyes.
No.
I don't think we should do it. Jimmy doesn't want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
No.
You can go over there and see it if you want. I don't have to see it. I don't want to see him.
I can send you a picture of Teabag.
Okay.
All right.
Is it Teabag or Teabag?
Teabag.
Oh, there you go. Okay, good.
Not
God,
Teabag.
Easy. God almighty. You know, I mean, just ask a simple question.
It's actually a play on his name.
Bill,
I know.
is it really? All right.
And it's not. His name is not Bill.
Bills is your 4 o'clock keyword. That's BILLS. Go to realradio.fm and send that up for your chance at $1,000. Jack the Wise Ass.
Jack just jacking. Wait, no.
But I
Sorry.
think he's been calling me nonstop for the past hour.
Has he really?
I think so, too.
The phone's been ringing nonstop. It's like, yeah, I'm doing 12 other things and trying to eat my eggs.
Yeah.
How are they?
Very good. I do like the,
Hey, good.
the smoked paprika is a nice touch.
Yeah, it's got to be there. Because here's the thing. If you're not putting bacon on it, because you got to have a little smoky in there. And I was actually looking for the oil that I had from cooking some pancetta the other night, because that oil that comes off of pancetta,
Right.
the fat is, you could just put that on bread and it's delicious. And I was hoping to put some in there, and I don't know what I did with it. I probably threw it away.
I hate it when I lose my fat.
Yeah. My melted fat, my rendered fat.
Oh, mine's not melted yet. Well, at least Jack got his eggs.
I did, and it meant it's been busy, so busy. In fact, that I didn't have time to mention Sink or Sail. Today was brought to you by Core Flooring Center. That's our buddy Corey over there. I got to swing by. I spoke with Corey this week. Thinking I got 2 rooms I'm looking at.
Yeah?
That I need some flooring.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, I think I'm going with the waterproof laminate.
And
But
what people don't realize is that is literally one of the cheapest ways to make a room in your house look better, because flooring really isn't that expensive. It isn't terrible when you kind of consider other ways to make rooms look good. Flooring is almost an always automatic winner, and it really is very reasonable.
And one of the beautiful things about Core Flooring Center and Corey is because when you think you find the best price, you bring it to him. He offers a best price guarantee on all installed products. You bring him a quote, he guarantees he'll beat it.
All right, very nice.
How about that?
That's good.
Yeah, and so Core Flooring also donates to Save. On top of giving you the best price, he's going to donate to Save a Life Pet Rescue. It's a no kill shelter.
Excellent.
Corey's a sweetheart of a guy.
Yeah.
But
love our T-shirts.
Yeah, thank you for the T-shirts as well, Corey. We appreciate you sponsoring Sink or Sail, both on Fridays and Sunday mornings. Lifetime installation warranty as well. You want to find him. He's in Winter Park, but he serves Central Florida, and you find him online at coreflooringfl.com, Core, C-O-R-E, flooringfl.com.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that, Corey. Have yourself a great weekend. I hope you enjoy the big game. Hey, so I do have an idea, because people in the texting service are blowing up. They want to know. They want to see this picture of Teabag. So what we'll do is this. At the top of the hour, 5 o'clock, you put the picture up. That way, that'll give people enough time to log on. So if you're interested in what Teabag looks like, we will we have a 4th panel on our feed here on our YouTube channel, JimColbertLive.com. And at the top of the hour, Jack can put up Teabag's picture, and then I can choose not to look at it, or I can put something over the panel.
Right.
And then the entire audience can see what Teabag looks like. Because people are like, we want to see him. The people want to see him.
And you got to give the people what they want.
Yeah. And Teabag is texting, and he's referring to himself in third person, which I do not like.
He also says Teabag is calling. He's texted us his phone number.
Calling me now.
Sorry, we're busy. We got a job.
Sorry, Teabag. We don't know what kind of state you're in, dude.
Yeah. Hey, so I have a question for you guys. And this is one of those. This is one of those. So did you guys see the encounter that Nancy Mace, the conservative House member, had with somebody this weekend in a committee meeting?
No.
So it was in regards to the terminology in transsexuals.
All right.
Okay. And the question I have, it could be a bit blunt and ignorant, but I'm going to ask it anyway because I don't know the answer to it. And this stuff, human behavior fascinates me and how people kind of do things, right? So the gentleman was angry that Nancy Mace had used the word tranny. And the word tranny in the transsexual community is now considered a slur. Now, I knew it was a word that they didn't use or that really wasn't used anymore. It had become kind of passé because you don't really hear it used anymore, right? You don't.
Kind of like the F word.
Yeah, you don't, right?
The
You don't hear
three-letter
it.
F word.
Yeah.
So, and she kept saying it over and over again as to make a point that the word wasn't empowered like the N word or other words that we've heard that have been kind of ostracized from the English language, and not by any rule or means, simply out of taste, right? Just people just simply have decided we're not doing that anymore because it is derogatory and it really is kind of hateful, and we don't want to do that, right? Well, I have to ask, in that community, much like with the African-American community that use the N-word toward each other, and of course we aren't, white people, other people aren't allowed to use that word. Black people use that word to other black people. Some of them do. I'm not going to say everybody does that. Some black people still consider it vulgar.
Especially your older generations.
Yes, yeah, for sure. They consider it really vulgar. But does that happen in other communities? In other words, do trans men refer to other trans men as trannies as a way to kind of familiarize themselves with each other? In other words, and then the same thing, do gay men call other gay men the F word for gays? F-A-G, that word. Do they call them that as the same that other kind of cultures internally can refer to each other almost as an inside club kind of thing?
I can say with complete certainty, speaking for Deborah and myself, with 100% certainty,
Thank you,
are
Jack.
asking the wrong people.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm asking out loud. I'm
Okay.
not really
Oh,
looking
okay.
for an answer from you
Well,
guys.
you said I have a question for both of you.
And then you made me panic because I was like, dude, do you think I'm transgender?
No, I just
Not
have-
that there's anything wrong with that.
This is just a
They're the
question
tranny.
in general. If you took it like I was asking you guys, I kind of am. I mean, I'm asking the audience, and you're here with me. And I didn't know that. And and really, you could kind of venture an answer just simply based on what you think may be the answer. I don't know. We're pontificating here.
Yeah.
But okay, in the Spanish community, there's been a word that has been dealt with to Spanish people for a while here in the U.S. Nobody uses it anymore.
You don't think?
Well, I don't hear anybody using that word. Matter of fact, that's the one I hear least of all of them. You know what I'm talking about, Jack?
No.
SPIC?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That word. Do other Spanish people call themselves that as that kind of intercultural thing?
You'd have to know somebody really, really well to take that kind of chance. And I think it's each individual group that kind of sets the rules for that, right? Like I could see a younger generation African American being okay with using the N-word casually with each other. However, if they were go to their auntie's house or their grandmama's house, they're not going to use that word in their presence because they don't like that.
Right.
I think with each cultural kind of subdivision, each subgroup, they determine the rules. I could see them saying, "Oh my God, you're such a," and using the F word before they would say you're so tranny.
Right.
I think it depends on the amount of vitriol attached to the word.
And I think I have heard gay men refer to other gay men that are kind of friends or in their circle as the F word for gays.
Which is weird because I hear them referring to each other more as bitch than anything else.
I hear that a lot as well. But, okay, and there have been derogatory terms for people, everywhere. I mean, white people get called crackers and honkies forever, and I don't call my friends cracker or honky, although I think honky is one of
a funny word.
One of the funniest words in the English language. And can I tell you, I wish more white people called each other honkies.
But you wouldn't walk up to Jack and go, "What up, cracker?"
I would for fun though, because it's so out of bounds. I would easily walk up to Jack and go, "What's up, cracker?"
Well, so here, for example, like when I see Carmen, who does production for Roomba, when we'll see each other, we'll say, "Hey, what up, my people?"
Yeah. Oh,
we'll call each other my people. We do not say, "Hey, what up?"
Yeah. Of course not. I mean,
because then she scares me. She's one of two people in the building who terrify me.
But I think even in those cultural senses, women don't usually apply that. Like there's a derogatory.
We have so many fun names for ourselves. Yeah, exactly.
But there's a derogatory term for lesbian women, but they're not using the D word to explain it. They're not going, hey, you. They're not saying that.
No, because again, they're derogatory.
Yeah, but I mean, the other words are as well. I mean, that's the whole point of that is, why and how do those words get used? Because I've heard people in those cultures I just mentioned say those words to each other. You know, we in this business, we're around a lot of gay people, but I've heard a gay man call another gay man the F word for gays, but I've never heard a lesbian refer to another lesbian as the D word.
Right. Again, because I think it's within those groups themselves that the rules are made for when it's appropriate and appreciated and when it's just like, nah, man, don't go there. Don't.
Yeah.
Somebody had texted us and said that his Latinos never, all caps, use the S word towards each other.
Really?
Yeah. I've never heard it. I'll call them my people.
So confusing text. My oldest just shot me a text. She goes, "You need an expert to call in on this topic," and so I texted back, "I'm confused. Are you trans, black, or Hispanic?"
Right.
Or all. But I don't know. I just thought about it when I saw that thing yesterday, and she was so proud to yell that word out because it hasn't been put in that lexicon yet. It hasn't been.
Well, that's just somebody trying to be a D-bag.
Sure, there's no question.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that
she
word.
knew the power of that word.
Right. The training word hasn't been elevated to the power of like the N word or the F word or things like that. It hasn't gotten there yet. And that's why I think she was so emboldened to say it 3 times in a row. And you can find the clip online of her doing it.
No, thank you. But it's funny because it is getting to that place, right? Because the texting service is weighing in on how we're censoring some of the words, but not that word. And it may come a point where saying someone is tranny will be considered no different than using the F word or the S word or the N word.
And can I tell you, I think in most places it is that way already.
Absolutely.
I think the only place that you can really use it is in the House of Representatives.
All I know is that the alphabet is going, what the hell did I do to you people?
No.
It's
anyway,
the S word, the M word.
By the way, if you want to give us a call, I would love to hear calls on this because I know we have people in our audience that kind of fall into these groups. And I know that we're getting a lot of texts, but I would love to hear some actual people tell me the context of that because I love hearing that. And the idea of how humans have communicated in these ways for years, culturally, racially, has always fascinated me. It's 407-916-1041. We'll take a little break, come back, and either take your calls or read more of this text right after this.
Got an iPhone? Sweet. Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1.
Broadcasting live from the Cool Today Weather Center at cooltoday.com.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Friday evening forecast. Temperatures tonight drifting down into the upper 50s and low 60s, but be careful late tonight and early tomorrow morning to start off your Saturday. Fog going to be another big issue all across the region, so be careful if you're looking to get a jump on any weekend plans. Other than that, we have a gorgeous weekend ahead. Saturday, beautiful sunny skies, temperatures throughout the mid 80s, and keeping that train going as we take a look at your Sunday for Super Bowl Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/creditcard.
Guys, Mardi Gras is here, and you can celebrate all month long at Tibby's New Orleans Kitchen, the most authentic Mardi Gras celebration in town, happening now through March 4th. Let the good times roll. Mardi Gras is in full swing at Tibby's. By the way, this week they're having some cool big game specials as well, and some Valentine's Day stuff as well. So get on over. And this just isn't somebody who says they're from New Orleans. This family is from New Orleans. 10 years of authentic Cajun flavors and culture. You can't beat it. King cakes, all traditional. Right there, bottomless drinks, live music to keep the party going, and Cajun classics all day long. That's now through March 4th. Celebrate Mardi Gras at Tibby's. It's Tibby's.com.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're treating the untreatable. Using a patient's unique genetic makeup, our researchers are developing personalized cancer vaccines that help stimulate the immune system to better fight the disease and prevent it from recurring. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Game on! Coach R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. If you've been fumbling around town in a car you hate, then punt it. I need to kick off my new year. But first, all my 2024 rides must go. So this month you could drive a new Mitsubishi for just $1 down. And that's a touchdown for not much down. You can even save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. So get in the game for just $1 down. At R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. And my perfect payment program is a playbook of solutions. My finance specialists work hard to help you find a car you love. So if your old ride makes you feel like a loser, then punt it. Because we have over 200 used cars, all with warranty for just $1 down. But hurry, a deal this good won't last long and won't go into overtime. I'm RC Hill, and I'm your car dealer next door. See all my MVP rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com. Need to sell your car today? Visit rchillbuyscars.com. We'll pay you on the spot.
Credit and $1 down require bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced.
Well, look, I get it. Everyone's talking about GLP-1s like Ozempic and semaglutide. With Future Health, you can find out if they're right for you. Hey, it's Sisney from On Air with Ryan Seacrest. Future Health connects you with licensed doctors who specialize in GLP-1 treatments, along with support of a trusted network of over 6,000 providers and pharmacies nationwide. Go to tryfh.com. 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 Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Orlando's signature event is back. The Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard returns to Bay Hill March 3rd through 9th. Watch your favorite PGA Tour pros define their legacy at a tournament as iconic as its namesake. Score a high five at the fan deck. Relive the vibes at Throwback Thursday with Corksicle. And savor every swing at Wine and Dine on 9 presented by Carmel Road Winery. Plus experience the all-new Lake House for unbeatable views of the action. Where will you be when a new champion is crowned? Secure your spot at ArnoldPalmerInvitational.com.
Favorite station, preset. Favorite artist, preset. Favorite podcast, preset.
We know you're loving the new preset feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app. See it now, along with even more great features. It's everything you love about your car radio in the palm of your hand.
iHeartRadio.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Thank you for making Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando one of the premier luxury dealerships in Central Florida. We are the official dealer of luxury, providing the ultimate VIP experience at a price you can afford. Call Monica Ventura at 689-319-7680. That's 689-319-7680. We guarantee you will be treated like VIP and nothing less. Across from the mall at Millennia.
Monster BTK, the latest installment of the critically acclaimed Monster franchise, exposes the chilling story of one of America's most infamous cases that shook Wichita, Kansas to its core.
When people said BTK, you think of a wild-eyed Manson-like character. What we didn't understand is he was the guy next door.
Listen to Monster BTK on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Monster BTK to start listening.
New Year's resolution is to buy a home? Get your free buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
Listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
What up, guys? Sport from Duval.
Duval.
I gotta tell you, we're making it like it's a bad place, and it may be a bad place, but back in the 90s, I may have took a little shroom and did a little boom boom down at the Doom Room. and woke up the next day around noon. Jimmy, you were there. Have a good weekend.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Well, you're talking about calling each other names. In the brown community, well, brown Indian people community, we call each other magic carpet riders. Thank you. Bye.
There's no way that's true. There is no way.
Why not?
They roll into a room on Sup Aladdin. No way they do that.
I could see it.
I don't know. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
He is.
Got a few minutes for the keyword bills, B-I-L-L-S. Get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. We'll have a fresh one for you at the top of the hour. Have we decided if we're going to reveal Teabag's picture?
I thought you said it's 5 o'clock. We were going to do that.
Okay,
yeah.
good. I just want to make sure we're on the same
He
thing.
was calling in to offer an AME. You can ask me anything. Ask him anything. He wanted to give you a question. Any question you have for him, he wanted to offer that chance. I told him we'll send out the we'll send out the Teabag signal if we need that.
Which is just basically a beer can top.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We do have a call about this thing I brought up a little bit earlier. Let's get to him. Kansas Trucker, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the program.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, buddy.
Hey, as an older black man, when it comes to the N-word, my son and son-in-law are real deep in the rap, and they were using like every third word was the N-word. And I just told them not around me because I see it as disrespect. So it was like they stopped it. Now, I've been around women who call each other the C-word. But I know I can't. I know I can't because I'm not part of the club. And I got a couple gay friends, and I've sat there in a club with them, and they call each other the F word. You got to be in the club,
right?
But see, this week, but I did something Monday because I was really pissed off, and I was telling the mechanic how this guy had rigged up my exhaust on my big truck, and I said, yeah, he rigged it. And I forgot I was talking to a white guy in Alabama.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me. He said, "Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about." but also, and the last thing, when I was in the Army, we were overseas. Black and white troops, we would call the enemy saying N-word, and it was no problem.
Yeah.
Black and white, we said that with no problem. So, you got to be, to me, you got to be in the club. If you're in the club, you can use it. If you ain't in the club, be prepared for what's going to happen to you.
Oh, yeah.
None of my white friends will ever say the N-word around me because they know what's going to happen. I'm going to bust that butt.
All right, good talking to you, buddy. Drive safe out there.
Yeah, be safe.
Yeah, I follow his Facebook page, man. He sees a bunch of really bad wrecks out there on the road.
Oh, man, I
driving.
can't even imagine.
And there's a terrible storm going through the Northeast right now, causing some havoc. So, be safe out there, big dog. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. The other thing I was kind of paying attention to, we maybe get to in an hour or so, was Bill Belichick shows up to the NFL honors thing last night. And did you hear the joke? I did not hear the joke.
All I heard was that he showed up wearing all of his Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
That's what made me laugh.
Well, that and with his girlfriend. Do you happen to know how old his girlfriend is?
Isn't she like 27?
So Bill's 71, Jack, is that right? I think Bill's 70, 71, something like that.
Close.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. She's 24.
Okay.
So there's a massive. So here's my question. Again, one of these questions I have. I don't know if it works or not.
He's 72.
72 years old. She's 24. So that's almost, what's that, 48 years? 50, was it 40 years? Almost 50 years between them?
Oh, yeah.
So a full lifetime, actually a grandma between them.
Yeah, you were right with 48.
Yeah, okay.
There should be a grandma between them.
Stay away.
So the question I have to ask is this. Why is it that every time there is a May-December relationship, from people who do not know, that's what that means. May-December means there's a great distance of time. By the way, what is the time frame to consider it a May-December? Is it like 8, 9 years, 5 years, 7 years? What's the difference that brings it into that world?
I think in this case, close to 48 years. Yeah.
But I'm saying like in the normal sense. Like my wife is 9 years younger than me. I don't think that's May-December, right? Because she's still, obviously I'm 57.
Right.
You can do the math there. She's in her 40s.
I don't know how many generations it's to be considered for May-December.
Yeah, I don't think it is in my scenario, but inevitably it still works. What I'm going to say still applies to me or still happens to me or whatever. Like, why is it that when that happens, it's always the older person who has to shoulder the onus of the May December part of that?
They should know better.
Know better than what?
If they're being accused of something not being correct. Right?
Okay, so there's just two people in love.
So what do you mean? Then what burden are they shouldering?
Well, okay, so in other words, when people, I'll tell you exactly what I tell my wife all the time. When I walk into her, because I look older than 57, right? I mean, I'm 57, but I look older than 57. I partied a lot when I was young. This is a bunch of Jaeger that happened.
By the way, a decade or more is considered the difference for May, December.
Ooh, you guys just squeaked in under the radar.
And I tell my wife this all the time because my wife is a beautiful woman. So when we walk into places, the first thing that happens is they look at her, then they look at me, then they look back at her, and then they really look at me.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're trying to do is figure out why she would be with me. And I tell her this all the time, and she thinks it's a joke. I'm like, that's not a joke at all. Because if they don't know what I do or anything like that, or there's no implications of any other draw to what I am as a person, I'm automatically judged for some reason. They automatically make some judgment of what I offer more than just who I am as a person. Do you feel what I'm saying there?
I do, but don't you think that the decision is, it's not like, why is she with him? It's father or boyfriend, father or boyfriend, father or boyfriend.
Look, Jack, I'm telling you, Dad.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten that. Don't trust me. But that's kind of my thing. Why is it always? Why wouldn't they look at her? Because I'm telling you, nobody considers her scenario. Nobody does that. Nobody goes, why is she? They want to know what I am doing to quote unquote deserve somebody like that. And I think that's the Bill Belichick thing. It's kind of weird because I've read some stuff online and it's kind of the same thing. You know, people think it's creepy. It is different for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You could consider that creepy. Whatever. I don't know what they could possibly have in common, but that's not my relationship. I don't know. But for some reason, the older part of those relationships, because if it was man-woman and you walk in, it's a 75-year-old man or woman with a 25-year-old dude, who is going to get looked at the most?
The woman.
No, it's the dude. The dude is going to be the one that takes the heat there. What are you doing with a 75-year-old woman as a 25-year-old guy? You're a 25-year-old. What could you possibly want with that? Like, that's the weird part of those relationships. It is specific.
So you're saying it's, regardless of age, it's always the guy who gets looked at.
It's always the guy who takes the brunt of those relationships for some reason. Even if you're a 25-year-old man and you're dating a 40-year-old woman, nobody's going to ask the 40-year-old woman what the deal is. They're going to ask the young man, what are you doing with a 40-year-old woman?
It's the same thing with student-teacher relationships. When the teacher's a female, it's like, oh, it's like people rationalize it every which way. But if it's a guy, oh my God, lock him up.
Yeah, lock him up,
Rapist.
shoot him. Yeah,
absolutely.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. What I would tell you to do is go to JimColbertLive.com, click through to our YouTube channel, or just log on to YouTube.com and prepare yourself. At 5 o'clock, we're going to put up the picture of Teabag so you can see what Teabag looks like, the guy who calls us every day and rips a beer and then gives us some kind of great wisdom. And then we'll have a fresh keyword for you as well. We'll do that next.
Hi, I'm Kara from Apopka, and I just won $1,000 listening to Real Radio 104.1.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
There's stop-and-go traffic due to an accident on I-4 westbound near Saxon Boulevard there. Traffic is slowing down due to an accident on State Road 434 near I-4. Keep an eye out for an accident on Oak Ridge Road near Weingard Road. Traffic is slowing down on all the major roadways this afternoon. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center in James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Before you make any move to buy a new home or refinance your existing home, make sure you listen as that mortgage guy Don hosts the Home Loans Radio Show right here on Real Radio 104.1 from 9 to 10:30 every Saturday morning. He's been a part of the Real Radio family for years and has helped more than a few of us realize our own home buying dreams like myself, and he can do that for you too. It really is peace of mind at your fingertips, so don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Real Radio has more winners of our national keyword contest than almost any other radio station in the country. What do our listeners know?
They gave the hint that the call would come in within an hour and they wouldn't have a caller ID.
Saw the no caller ID and I was like, no way.
They say to answer your phone if the number is private or unknown.
Seems pretty simple. Listen for the keyword, enter it at realradio.fm, and answer the phone if it rings.
Hi, I'm Linda from Winter Park.
This is Robert from Rockledge, Florida.
Hi, I'm Kara from Apopka.
John from Lake Mary, and I just won $1,000.
Listening to Real Radio 104.1.
This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Here's a top move for hiring a divorce attorney. See how they look and handle themselves on video or audio. Chances are that's them at their best, with editing, setup, and multiple takes. The courtroom is live. Mediation is live. Make sure your divorce lawyer is going to make you look good. At Trenley Kramer Law, we handle family law and divorce. TK Law, one firm for life.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
New Year's resolutions are in full swing. So here's one for you. Clear vision. Seriously, if you're dealing with contacts or glasses, laser vision correction at the Filatowski Eye Institute is a game changer. With over 65,000 procedures, they are the trusted choice for Central Florida. And they have 24-month interest-free financing, so you don't have to wait. You can start seeing clearly and stay on budget. Text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free consultation today. Clear vision, clear future. It all starts with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Just text 1041 to 868686 now for your free LASIK consultation.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa, or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap, with the peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit invisiblefence.com to learn more. That's invisiblefence.com.
Looking for the best donuts and breakfast treats in town? Then you got to go check out Shipley's Donuts. With more than 60 varieties to choose from, Shipley's Donuts serves freshly made delights daily. Visit them today at 2225 South Cimarron Boulevard.
You've heard of a pro tip. Here's a mo tip. After an accident, the insurance company may make you a quick offer to go away. They may also be offering you pennies on the dollar. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, yo, Jimmy, if you come on out to Palacker this weekend, I'm dropping a tranny in my Trans Am and fitting to lube up that rear end. Let me know. Yep.
Yep.
You can't say the F word anymore. What are fiduciaries going to do?
I'm thinking Teabag looks a lot like Otis from Andy Griffith's show. I mean, he could give Otis a run for his money if he was... Well, I'm just curious what he looks like. Jimmy, don't look.
I'm not going to look.
They haven't seen it yet, right?
Jack.
God almighty, dude.
Been trying to call in. Trying to say sorry for the shiny head joke on Jimmy Jams yesterday.
You're fine, buddy.
Steve Harvey's got a shiny head, and
I have thick skin.
He's pretty famous.
You're incapable of offending me, man. You are fully incapable of doing it. Jesus. Your 5 o'clock keyword is money. MONEY. Get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Money, guys, is your 5 o'clock keyword.
Big reveal time.
All right. Am I turning away now?
So, you want to set it up for people just joining us?
Yeah. So, Teabag is a guy who calls us every day.
From Rockledge.
Yeah, from Rockledge. What to do, and then he cracks a beer and gives us some bit of wisdom, some little crumb of wisdom.
Yeah.
And then he moves on. Today he is called 15,000 times, and we are going to put his photograph up. People are dying to know what he looks like because he's a regular caller. He sent Jack a photograph today, and we're all wondering. I got him very sling bladey. I don't know how accurate that is. I feel like this guy's like French fried taters.
Yeah. That might not be too far off.
If you go to JimColbertLive.com, we have our YouTube feed. While you're there checking this out, please give us a like and subscribe. We're trying to make it to 7,000 followers. That'd be great. Go ahead and load him up there. Let's see what he looks like.
All right, don't look at the YouTube feed. Right now, we're watching a bald eagle's nest from Louisiana today.
Okay, right. With two little eaglets.
Yeah. You want to count it down?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, Teabag.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, okay.
I'm not looking at him.
That makes sense.
I'm not looking.
He's almost asleep. Almost asleep.
I kind of looked. He looked like everybody I went to high school with.
Look, Jimmy.
I see him. Man, good job.
Hey.
I gotta say, he's way younger than I thought he would look.
He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, he's a good-looking fella. That right eye doesn't work.
Well,
I think that happens with alcohol.
I think he drank it shut.
Yeah, I think
he drank his eye shut. All right, Teabag, there you go. You're famous, buddy. There he is, Teabag.
Hey.
Did he have
From Rockledge?
Does he have gauges in?
I think so.
No,
I thought
he
those
does.
were
Yeah.
I would have never thought that Teabag would have ear gauges, but he does.
He's
got
an ear
gauges.
gauge kind of guy.
I like your calls, Teabag. You make me laugh, buddy.
Yeah,
Good
they're
job.
nice, bright red ones.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031.
That was just watching you.
Yeah, he's just staring up. Get him out of
With
there.
that
Dude.
left eye.
Get him out of there. It looks
That's
like
it. We're going to do a listener gallery.
It looks like he got bear maced.
He did.
Yeah.
It's called Bud Light Maced.
Yeah. All right, that's Teabag. Now we know.
Hey, Teabag.
God, he's way younger than I thought he would be. Way younger. God almighty. What do you figure that is? Like in his mid-30s?
I was getting 37,
God,
maybe.
I thought the guy was like 50-something. God damn.
He's just living like it.
You hear him. He sounds 50, right? I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
All right.
Next Friday, we'll reveal what Sport from Duval looks like.
My God.
Oh, come on now.
I've got a good feeling I know what Sport looks like. You think do people know what Mike Larson looks like? Mike Larson looks exactly like you would think he looks like.
Well, you say that because you know what he looks like.
Yeah, he looks like a banty rooster. I mean,
Yeah,
literally.
he came out to our chili cook-off one year, and you got to meet him, and you've seen him at several events since.
Yeah, dude wears like petite ladies jeans. He is small. He is small guy. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, of course, at 77031. We've known for a while that Central Florida and Florida in general is a pretty unsafe place to drive, right?
Oh, yeah.
It seems like every other day we're reading. As a matter of fact, we just read one last week about how deadly State Road 44 is out there in Lake County and how many people have died. I think 95 people or something died on that road last year. It's like crazy, right?
Yeah, it's crazy amount of accidents, and I think it's just been in 1 year.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
in 2023 to 2024. Matter of fact, statewide data says how many crashes were there statewide in Florida last year? How many crashes? 3,000 of these were fatal. That gives you an idea.
Oh, my gosh. I was going to say 25. Oh, okay. 3,000 were, I'll say 7,000.
7,000, Jack. What do you think? How many crashes in the state of Florida last year? I'll give you the hint. 3,000 of these crashes were fatal, so it's more than that.
Oh, yeah, I'll go 10,000.
Yeah, 380,000 crashes. 380,000 crashes.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, this is a really interesting study. This is clickorlando.com if you want to check this out in depth. And here's the reason this story comes up, right? They're listing the counties that are the most fatal counties, all right? And they list them 1 through 10. And it is a really, really interesting dynamic of what is on this list. What county would you figure? Because when I saw this before I even scrolled down to see what the counties were, what counties do you think have the worst crashes or the deadliest crashes in Florida? These are the 10 deadliest counties for car crashes in Florida.
I will go Orange County.
Okay.
Polk County.
Okay.
Hillsborough County.
Okay.
Seminole County.
Okay.
Osceola County.
Okay.
And then you're definitely going to want to do...
Like Miami-Dade?
Miami-Dade.
All right.
Broward.
Okay. Jack, what do you think?
What she said, because...
Yeah. Not even one of those makes the list.
You're kidding.
Not even one. This is what's so interesting about this.
Is it Duval?
Not on the list.
Leon.
Not on the list.
Escambia.
Not on the list.
Why don't you tell us what's on the list?
Gadsden?
Do you know where it is?
Is it the Panhandle?
It's all the tiny little counties in the Panhandle. Jefferson County, number 1. Per 10,000 residents, it has 7 fatal crashes.
Oh, I bet you it's a lot of those 2-lane roads, Jimmy, that you were talking about.
It's exactly that.
Yep, just like the State Road 44 issue with up in Lake County.
Every singular populous county in the state of Florida isn't even near the top 10 in this. Jefferson, Hamilton, Glades, Madison, Hardy, Levy, Dixie, Franklin, Lafayette, and Gilchrist. I don't think one of those counties is below Jacksonville.
Nope, not a single one of them.
I'm telling you, man, in those areas where people up there and they live rurally and they drink like crazy and they're on these 2-lane roads, in the middle of the night, whatever, I'm telling you, up in Palatka, it was the same exact way. Every single weekend, we were reminiscing about somebody who died on a 2-lane road, had a little too much to drink. The big oak trees grow 5 feet away from the side of the road.
Right.
You make a little mistake, swerve. I mean, I could take you to roads in my hometown where there's one that if you drive it, I can take you to 5 to 10, if I remember right, of those little memorials on the side of the road where people have died on that one little road because it's real. It's a 2-lane road.
I mean, you add in speed. You add in the fact that you've got young people driving with maybe a slower pickup truck and it's a 2-lane road, so there's a lot of illegal passing going on. Just like the case that Glenn Klausman brought us this last Thursday for Colbert Court with Bill, who lived rurally driving on a 2-lane road, still ended up getting hit.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So Central Florida didn't even manage to break the top 10. The closest county for us was Marion, which is Ocala.
Yeah.
That area up there.
Wow.
That's the closest we had to one of those counties. And it says 2 Central Florida counties did crack the top 10 when it came to the safest areas of the state. Where do you think the safest areas to drive are?
Seminole.
Seminole County is one of them. Top number 4.
I would imagine.
And Orange County.
Really?
Yeah, that's right. Seminole and Orange. The safest places are Liberty, Monroe, Seminole, St. John's, which is your St. Augustine area.
Right.
Okaloosa, Clay County, which is up in that Green Cove Springs area, right? Pinellas, which is over in the Tampa area. That's Tampa. Yeah. Orange, Miami-Dade, Indian River.
I would not have put Miami-Dade in there.
Yeah, and those are the safest. And I think, is it maybe just because you never really. How do you figure that though? Because they all have highways.
I think that's the difference.
You figure at highway speeds it would be more dangerous, but it really isn't though. Because I think you're not turning or anything like that. You're not. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you have more dispersal of the traffic than you have up in those 2-lane highways when there's no other way for anybody to get around. So you've got big rigs on the road with hot rodders.
And more populous cities, bigger police budgets, more speed traffic enforcement.
I would agree with that. But I think the crash thing really comes into play with the 2-lane roads. And I would think maybe even on I-4, when you see a crash or something like I-4, I mean, rarely is it fatal. I mean, I know we've had some, even on the big roads, because the speeds are so high, but because everybody's going the same speed and there's no oncoming traffic per se.
Right.
Usually it's somebody making a bad lane turn or a car that's disabled on the side of the road, somebody's gawking at, then they get cracked or something like that, or a semi-tractor trailer jackknifes having to stop fast. But that's what usually causes those. But, man, when you get on those 2-lane roads up there, especially at night, it is brutal, dude. It is brutal. It's terrifying. Did you ever do that? I mean, you never lived rurally, though, did you?
Well, I've driven rurally.
Yeah.
But have I ever done what?
No, just like been in the middle of the night and kind of got creeped out because you're figuring, as an oncoming car, you're just thinking to yourself, man, if this person makes a 1.5-foot mistake.
I was last Friday night.
Oh, really?
I was driving to Cambagi Creek. That's
that's
a pretty dark 2-lane road.
That's the road we're talking about.
That's 44.
And I like doing it with my lights off.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Gotta live a little.
Thank you.
All right, 407.
You're hardcore, dude.
Thank you.
I love that.
Money is your 5 o'clock keyword, guys. MONEY. Slide over to realradio.fm and get your chance at $1,000. The best places in America to get married. I wonder if any Florida cities made that list.
Oh.
I'll tell you where next.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
You tell me that you love me so, you tell me that you care, but when I need you, baby, you're never there.
Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
There's a couple of accidents to keep an eye out for here. The off-ramp from the Greenway southbound to State Road 408, that's blocked there. There's stop-and-go traffic due to an accident on I-4 westbound at Saxon Boulevard. And watch out for an accident here on State Road 429 southbound at Kelly Park Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Man, if you live in Florida, you have to have an AC company that you can lean on, man. The one that you trust as well. That's hard to find because that industry can be rife with some sketchy people. Not at Mills Air. They don't roll like that. Leon started this company with one van years ago, and now he has 60-plus vans to take care of you wherever you are in Central Florida. And you've seen the weather here, 51 week and 85 the next. That's why your system has to be reliable. Mills Air can get it there for you. With 30-plus years of experience, they know what they're doing, and their techs are awesome. They will never make you feel uncomfortable in your own house. And they're Carrier factory authorized dealers. That could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Call today, 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
This Earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
This is Steve Kramer. Let me tell you a business secret. There are sketch companies out there selling awards. Make sure the awards earned by your lawyer are from respected organizations. At Trenley Kramer Law, our lawyers have been recognized by Orlando Magazine Best Lawyers, Florida Trend Legal Elite, Super Lawyers, and listed in U.S. News as a best law firm for years. We've earned the awards that can't be bought. Trenley Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get one line for $20 per month when you bring your phone.
Really? Only $20 a month for one line? And I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's 50% off the base 5G unlimited plan.
Visit your nearest Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online in the Total Wireless retail stores.
Warning, if you're thinking about surgery to fix your chronic joint pain, stop, because surgery can be risky, painful, and come with a lengthy recovery time. But there is an alternative, a groundbreaking therapy that revitalizes damaged tissue with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics has successfully treated tens of thousands of patients, freeing them from pain in their knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints. Before you resort to invasive surgery, find out if you're a candidate for this advanced regenerative therapy by calling 689-314-7578. Don't let chronic pain dictate your life any longer, and don't risk surgery. Learn more about the joint pain therapy endorsed by professional athletes and available now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. To find out if you're eligible, request a free consultation from QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to learn more about this surgery-free alternative with no drugs and no downtime. Call QC Kinetics today, 689-314-7578. 689-314-7578.
New Year's resolutions are in full swing. So here's one for you. Clear vision. Seriously, if you're dealing with contacts or glasses, laser vision correction at the Filatowski Eye Institute is a game changer. With over 65,000 procedures, they are the trusted choice for Central Florida. And they have 24-month interest-free financing, so you don't have to wait. You can start seeing clearly and stay on budget. Text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free consultation today. Clear vision, clear future. It all starts with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Just text 1041 to 868686 now for your free LASIK consultation.
Hi, I'm Susan, and I'm a school teacher, and my husband is a firefighter. One day, we got the worst call of our lives. Our son was in a serious accident. We heard Glenn Klausman on Real Radio and called him to help. Mr. Klausman genuinely cared about our son and fought multiple insurance companies to get us a great result. We could reach him 24/7 on his cell phone. Mr. Klausman was our guardian angel.
I'm Glenn Klausman. Contact me at klausmanlaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN law.com. Office, Winter Park.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
I'm Greg Rosenthal, host of NFL Daily. Join me live from Radio Row in New Orleans. I'll be interviewing the NFL's biggest names all week long. NFL Daily will have you ready for this year's big moment. Will it be Mahomes completing the three-peat or Jalen Hurts avenging their Super Bowl 57 loss? We'll be there on the field after the game. Full recap, interviews with this year's Super Bowl champions. Don't miss it.
Listen to NFL Daily on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow NFL Daily and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
I live in Marion County, and when I got to go to Mount Dora or any of those places in Lake County, and I do the back roads.
Oh, yeah.
The scariest thing is driving in the morning time because everyone's text messaging. All you see is eyelids, and we're all doing about 60, 65 miles an hour. I kiss my wife and my kids goodbye every time I have to go to Lake County.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
I don't know if that was really what Teabag looks like because there's no beer in the photo. So we don't know if that really is him or not.
Hey guys, so the joke that Snoop Dogg told last night was, I remember when the Dallas Cowboys were good.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when the Kansas City Chiefs weren't good. You know what? I don't think Bill Belichick's girlfriend was even alive yet.
Oh, yeah, God.
Hey, how's it, Ohana?
Hey, Ohana.
Oh, checking in on this Aloha Friday. Anyway, I know you guys get a lot of good grinds coming through there. Elixir, Froggers, all the connects that you got. And now you guys gonna mix deviled eggs in. And I wonder what the climate's gonna be like here shortly. Anyway, be kind to one another.
Yeah, for
Aloha.
Sure. Aloha, brother. I'll tell you, we did get Elixir today, and we appreciate that greatly. Thanks, Elixir. A lot of cool stuff going on over there.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a big cane party out on the terrace with his the big screen, and I think it's $16.99 for the bottomless mimosas.
Yeah, very good, man. We'll tell you more about that in a few minutes. I do want to mention this. Glenn was supposed to mention this yesterday when he was in for Colbert Court, but he's such a great guy. His wife's and their church, St. John's Lutheran Church, and if you don't know where that is, if you've ever been in Orlando in Christmas and you're going down 1792 where Orange Avenue comes over, that church has been there forever, and they do the lights that run from the bottom up to the top of the church. It looks like a giant tree.
Yeah.
Just past the Einstein Bagels. They're having a massive rummage sale tomorrow to benefit the senior citizens. It's also in conjunction with Winter Park Police Department. And Glenn said that he and his wife have donated a bunch of stuff, a bunch of other families as well. So from 8:30 until 2:30 tomorrow, right there in Winter Park, they're going to have this big rummage sale trying to raise money for this Killarney Elementary School and helping in conjunction with the Winter Park Police to provide needs and services for senior citizens in the community that need assistance.
I may hit that on my way to Paws in the Park.
So I'm playing golf tomorrow morning, but I got to tell you, brother, I may be there when they open that thing up.
Yeah.
Just to kind of peek around there a little bit because that's going to be some choice stuff. If it's coming out of Glenn's place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they don't play around. I mean, his wife, they travel for this stuff. So if they're kind of getting rid of stuff, I kind of wish he'd told me to let me come by and check it out first.
Yeah, funny. Well, so where is that again?
It's at the St. John's Lutheran Church right there on 1792. It's about 2 blocks south of the intersection of Orange Avenue. Let me give you a better one, right?
Yeah.
It's right around the corner from, it's actually right down the street from Krispy Kreme on 1792.
Oh, there. I got it.
If you're going toward Highway 50 and you go past that Krispy Kreme, it's going to be just over there on your left. Mm-hmm. You won't be able to miss it. It's going to be right there. So St. John's Lutheran Church tomorrow morning from 8:30 till about 2 o'clock, they're going to have that big rummage sale to raise money for the people in need, seniors in need in the area in conjunction with Killarney Elementary and the Winter Park Police Department. So
Winter Park, not Wiener Park.
Winter Park. Winter Park.
You don't want to get pulled over by a Wiener Park.
Yeah. Or do I?
I don't. Speaking of officers, can I give a quick shout out to Kumar?
Yeah, sure.
21 years, Maitland Police Department. Just met him downstairs in the parking lot.
Was he creeping?
He says he likes to, do a couple of drive-bys and, just kind of.
And we appreciate that.
We do appreciate that, especially since I was like, wait a minute, did I do anything?
They used to do that. They used to do that in the mornings for us because there were a number of the personalities here when everybody actually worked in the building.
Yeah.
There are a number of the female personalities that would get here very early in the morning, and also that's very creepy to walk across this parking lot at like 4:30 in the morning.
It's weird. I find it creepier now than I did at 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. I think partly because so few people are up.
Yeah.
When I got here to work, when I was doing mornings.
Man, I remember.
Still creepy, though.
We had a listener that, let's just say he was unique. And I remember walking into the building when I was on the Monster Show, and it was like, 5 in the morning, and I walk up, and there's a dude fully dressed sitting there in front of the door.
Oh, I can up you on that.
Man,
when they're standing there with the clear plastic bag that the hospital gave them after their 3-day psych evaluation, but the voices at the 7-Eleven down the street told them to come and wait outside the radio station.
For you personally?
Not me personally, but our particular station that I worked at that time, for some reason, it was on a regular occurrence.
Yugga.
Yeah, clear plastic bag. They just had literally left the hospital, but the voices told them to show up at the radio station.
Oof. That'd be bad news. That's another entry to the building for your boy. That is not. Jim, I do not like encounters of that nature. I don't like unpredictability.
No, I don't either. But hey, go back and get me a Slurpee.
So, according to Wallet Hub, there are a number of cities in the U.S. that are some of the best to get married in. Florida has kind of chimed in on this list for sure. They consider a few things: cost. That's 40% of what they considered. Facilities and services is 30% of what they considered. And then activities and stuff around the area where you're getting married is also taken into consideration. They give you a list here of the best cities, the top 50 in the U.S. to get married. And I will just tell you, Florida has in the top 10, 1, 2, 3. Where do you think Florida chimed in?
St. Augustine.
That's the number one thing I thought as well. The number one. When I read this, I didn't even scroll through the list. I said, if this isn't St. Augustine, they don't have any idea what they're talking about.
That's where I was married.
But the metrics really do spell it out for somewhere else. Because when you consider all of the things, St. Augustine does offer that, just that vibe, no question. But when it comes to cost, facilities, and activities, it may fall short as opposed to other cities in Florida that could offer a little bit more. St. Augustine does not make the top 10.
Wow. How about Orlando?
Go ahead.
I was going to say Orlando.
Now, where do you think it did make the list? Where do you think it came in?
8.
7.
Without question, Orlando is the number one city in America to get married in.
Really?
It says it right here, the number one city in America to get married in. The cost rank is 37, the facilities rank is 2, and the activities rank is 6 on that list.
I'll go with Mount Dora.
I got to tell you, it's so funny. Do you think Orlando contains Mount Dora? Because I know that's where I got married. I mean, Mount Dora is a beautiful little city to do that. But again, around there isn't much to do.
Right. I mean, if Orlando's number one, then no.
And the reason why is because there's a bunch of places to do it. The cost isn't that bad because there's plenty of competition because there's plenty of people that get married here. So that means there's competition for your services, which means you get a little bit better price. There's plenty of places to do it. I mean, you offer everything from, there's a ranch out there where I used to live in Geneva that does it all the time. They had the entire property is just this big barn that they built specifically for having like country themed weddings.
Yeah, but that's not Orlando.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't think so? You don't think like Geneva's Orlando?
No.
No, it's Central Florida.
I mean, I would think that Mount Dora would beat out Geneva.
No, I don't know. Well, maybe so. Maybe so. What other cities in Florida?
Key West?
No.
Miami?
And then Tampa, all top 5, yeah. So it's Orlando, Vegas, Miami, Atlanta, Tampa.
Oh, all big cities.
All big cities. Well, actually, every one of them is a big city. I mean, if you look at it, it really is.
You're also looking for all the services that literally cater to weddings, and figuratively.
Yeah.
Photographers, wedding planners, all of it.
Airport access, things like that. Rooms. So you want your rooms to be competitive. In small cities, rooms won't be competitive because if you're buying an entire block of rooms in Orlando, there's as many rooms as you could possibly want.
When you talked about activities, that's why Orlando was the first thing to come to mind. And Vegas, yes, but when I think family, I think Orlando gets the edge.
Yeah. And when it comes to Florida cities, Orlando is the cheapest to do this. And I mean, it's really not even close. Matter of fact, Vegas is number 2. In Vegas, the cost rank is 100. Like, it's way down there. But its facilities and activities ranks are 3 and 2. So if it was cheaper to do it in Vegas, Vegas would have swept this with no problem whatsoever because it nails the other 2. Obviously, you know, the whole idea of a bachelor party in Vegas is as legendary as it ever was. And then Austin, Texas, San Francisco, Houston, New Orleans, Fort Lauderdale. So Fort Lauderdale actually snuck in there as well. And then L.A., San Diego, and it goes down from there. But it's all gigantic cities.
Yeah.
It's all big cities that offer a lot of stuff, the ability to get in and out, inexpensive, the ability to do something after the wedding, before the wedding, places to go for bachelorette parties, you know, expense when it comes to catering and rentals and stuff like that. I was kind of, I don't know. Is that something to be proud of? Like Orlando? I mean, is that something to be proud of? The number one place to get married in America is Orlando?
100%. You wave that flag high. We're a tourist community. Florida we're built on tourism. And that is if you are traveling to get married, that is fantastic.
That's a massive industry.
Yeah, I think that's nothing but a positive across the board to have that moniker.
It gives the city of Orlando a whole new way to market itself.
Well, yeah, we don't have to. But the thing is, when it comes to Vegas, and again, if Vegas was cheaper, they would have trounced us because of the other 2 metrics there.
You don't know that.
No, I know.
Yeah, I don't. That's not. I mean, that's. I mean, if cost were the only thing that you were looking at, I don't know things to do, but yeah.
It says here, the paragraph they wrote here from Wallet Hub is Orlando's the best city to get married in, largely due to the availability of essential wedding services.
Yeah, but Wallet Hub also said that Florida was the safest state to drive in.
Florida, it says, for example, it ranks in the top in the nation when it comes to number of venues, party equipment rentals, videographers, DJs, and flower shops per capita. Wow, man, I didn't know all of that. I didn't know we had a big flower shop thing. Being in a city like Orlando with the logistics of getting everywhere, everything much smoother when one vendor is booked for a certain date or doesn't meet the couple's taste, there's always others to look at. In other words, many choices based on your budget. You can go out there to Disney and blow it out and have yourself a $100,000 wedding if you want.
Yeah.
Or you can go out there to Mims, to that place, and have that barn wedding for, I'm sure, about a tenth of that price. Or go to Mount Dora and have a very quaint, fun wedding for a very reputable or a very approachable price.
Yeah, we're planning to do that ourselves, April 25th, 2026. Yay!
Very nice. Didn't know that. That's close to Easter, isn't it?
I think it's like a week or two after.
Wow. How did you guys come to that decision? Or when was this decision made?
Well, recently.
Yeah?
Yeah. I can't say too much more without having discussions.
She said, before I'm 60, bub.
Yeah, that's like in 20 years, Jack. I mean, we've got time.
I'm so glad you finally. I'm so glad you finally made a date. That's great. But we got married in Mount Dora, and it cost us virtually nothing. My wife did all the work, but I mean, the rentals, and we got married there at a little church.
It was so beautiful
at Lakeside. Jack was,
from what people tell me,
he wouldn't shut up about it.
You still have the pictures, Jack?
The joke is Jack didn't get invited.
Let's see. Lakeside Inn wedding looks Hallmark movie good, according to a texter. It looks like Evil Eye was at your wedding, Jim.
Oh, no.
But I wasn't.
Are you getting married in that same little church I got married in?
No details other than that.
Oh, come on.
You have to wait. You have to wait.
You're Catholic. You have to get married in a Catholic church, right?
We're going to have to wait for details.
I'll save you, Dad. Speaking of Lakeside Inn, we'll be working with them. We have a pretty neat giveaway in the near future. And also, speaking of Mount Dora, we'll be there next weekend. It's the Highland Games.
Yeah.
Monsters will be broadcasting live on Friday morning. And right outside the Chamber of Commerce area, right next to Sunset Park on Friday. Sabrina from the News Junkie will be out there doing some maybe color commentary action on some of the Highland Games on Saturday.
Yeah, she's going to be the field reporter.
And Chad from Real Music Weekends will be there on Sunday.
Have you ever? Now, I know, Jim, you've been to Lakeside Inn.
Yes, yeah.
Very, very cool, very haunted, very beautiful.
Yeah,
Jack, have you ever?
No, but...
you need to get an old-fashioned and go sit with NaomiBradshaw.com, and you and your beautiful wife sit on those rocking chairs on that veranda, yes, and watch the sunset over Lake Dora.
Deal.
There used to be a little speakeasy in that place. It was one of the...
Yeah, the Kumquat Lounge.
Yeah, the Kumquat Lounge was a very, very famous little speakeasy that the dignitaries of the time would sneak down and have themselves a little cocktail when they weren't supposed to have themselves a little cocktail.
Yeah, what was his Capone?
Yeah.
Al Capone?
Yeah, used to run his rum through Lake Dora and go through like the Lakeside Inn and...
Yeah, because he had a house up in Mount Plymouth.
Yeah.
Right there at the golf course. He had a house that still stands up there, actually.
Bartender had actually been shot and killed in the Kumquat Lounge.
My goodness.
Isn't that the one that's supposed to haunt that entire place?
Exactly.
By the way, it is
one of them.
It is a little bit creepy because it's super old. You know, presidents used to come here and stay and like do hunting and fishing stuff. It was almost like a resort for that back in the day.
Yeah,
I say we take it over on July 3rd when we
like
do the
that.
Real Radio Mount Dora takeover again.
Yeah. You get the cash to take that over, big dog?
Let's go. I got it.
Because let me tell you what they don't do at Lakeside Inn. They don't hand those rooms out for free.
All right.
You know what they did have for years that was legendary, right? I don't know if they do it anymore. I think at one point, before the brunch thing became like every 7-Elevens did brunch, before that happened and brunch was kind of a rare thing, you had to drive to get a brunch, the Lakeside Inn brunch was legendary. I mean, lobster thermidor.
Whoa.
We're talking big dog. I mean, it was $60 back in the day.
What's a lobster thermidor?
It's a lobster, and it's very cold. It's a lobster dish. It has a specific sauce on it. It's prepared a certain way. I actually can't remember right now. You kind of stumped me on that one.
Yeah, got it, Dad. About time.
Fresh roasted beef and stuff. It was, but it was a high level, super high level brunch. We'd go out there for very special occasions. You actually dressed up.
Oh, nice.
And in Florida now, that just means no flip-flops.
Right, exactly. And maybe sleeves.
Nobody dresses up anymore. Dressing up is dead. That whole idea of looking nice to go somewhere has died. They took that out back and shot it like Old Yeller. Nobody gets dressed up. Nobody. Unless it's like a formal event, they tell you in the invitation, don't show up without a jacket. Trust me, you're going to see a bunch of dudes in Who Farted t-shirts and OP shorts.
Oh, great.
That is exactly what you're going to get because Florida, people just don't care anymore. There's no decorum anymore.
Well, people talk about wearing their pajamas to work.
No, they do wear their pajamas. If I see one...
Here we go. Let me wind them up. There we go. There you go, Jack. Get him started.
Angry.
Get him started.
Look, the
Get
pet
him started.
the pet peeve thing is such a played topic, but I will tell you for sure. There is zero question. Every single time I see a human being wearing pajama pants in public,
You want to throttle them?
Drop
kick them?
I can't judge you more. I mean, I can't. That's as judgy as I can get, and I do have a judgy switch.
Do you?
But I'm gonna that's as judgy as I can be.